Back here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, Bowling Green State University hockey set to face off against Michigan Tech for the second of a two-game series and the third weekend of the CCHA season for Bowling Green State University. I'm Ben Korak here from the Falcon Media Sports Network in the Slater Family Ice Arena. It's very brisk outside, not so brisk here in the arena, but we are set to face off after quite a not great performance from the Falcons yesterday in the 3-0 loss to Michigan Tech. For the recap of yesterday's game and for all of their BGSU athletic sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or bg_FMSN on Twitter. And for the rebroadcast of yesterday's games and some highlight packages and other video content from the Falcon Media Sports Network, go to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel. Give us a follow and view some of our content. Yesterday, as I mentioned, Michigan Tech won 3-0 over the Falcons. Two scores in the first, one from Logan Morrell, the other from Matthew Campbell. A score in the second period, quite gratuitous. Victor Herdig, a defenseman, scored 17:31 into the second period. A lot of assists on the game for Michigan Tech with their two power play goals. Sardarian had 2 assists in the game. Kekkonen, Morrell, Jansen, and Gordon each added 1 to their season stats as well. It wasn't a great game for the Falcons, especially defensively. Cole Moore was the goaltender of record, and I really don't think it's fair that he got credit. I mean, he's going to get credit, but I don't think it's fair he got credit for the 3 goals allowed yesterday because all 3 of them were a little bit dribblers. A little bit of puck luck happened in front of Cole Moore. 2 of them, the first 2 from Morrell and Campbell, were ones that just kind of were shot in, a rebound chance that Cole Moore saved, and they were on just in front of the blue plate, and just a stick from Michigan Tech poked it right through. One of them rolled in, and what it looked like you tipped it with a toothpick, and then the other one ended up going in with a little bit more speed. The one later in the game, the third score from Michigan Tech, Victor Herdig's goal, was tipped up into the air and off of a rebound chance, and he just kind of slapped it down. Cole Moore lost the puck. He was left out to dry on that one, so Moore really did not earn a whole lot of the goals scored yesterday. I would argue that all 3 of them were more just puck luck kind of chances. It happens in hockey. You expect that it doesn't happen 3 times in one game, but it did. The Falcons' defense was not that great, especially on those rebound chances for the first 2. They didn't get sticks in the lane. They didn't force the puck to the corner as well as they could have. The defenseman a little bit tardy on those plays, and I mean, you leave a free stick out there to slap the puck around, and eventually it's going to find the back of the net. Cole Moore can't cover the entire thing. So, an interesting point for today's game that I'm going to try and emphasize a lot. If you know and you've kept up with BG hockey this year, you'll know that Cole Moore has played all 11 games for the Falcons at 2.88 goals allowed per game and .907 save percentage. Pretty solid so far this year without a great amount of defensive help. He is not going to start today, I assume. Based on the warm-ups that we've seen from the Falcons today, Christian Stover is in the lineup for his first total weekend of the season, and he is going to get his first start of the 2024-2025 season. And I believe that this is not so much due to Cole Moore's performance yesterday, as again, like myself, I don't think Willie blamed everything that happened, all 3 goals, on Cole Moore himself, but I think it was more of a change of blood thing. I'll get into that a little bit later with the rest of the lineup, but Christian Stover last season played in 12 games. He was 3-9 with a 3.25 goals allowed on average with a .889 save percentage. Not great from Christian Stover last year. He did split time with Cole Moore a decent amount, but if you look back to 2 years ago, Christian Stover was in a completely different story. 11-17-2 his record, 2.86 goals allowed per game, which is pretty respectable, pretty comparable to how Cole Moore was last year and how he's been this year, with a .914 save percentage, which is just around the same performance Cole Moore had last year. So we're looking at 2 back-to-back years with essentially the same statistics, one from Christian Stover in 2022-23 and one from Cole Moore in 23-24. Stover gets his first start today with the Falcons. He'll be in the net. Has yet to play a game, has yet to record any stats, and he's a senior now. He's a pretty good player, not quite as large as Cole Moore, but he's got some quick reflexes. He knows how to play the position, plays the puck a little bit too much. That, in my opinion, I don't think he should play the puck as much as he should, but I think that's going to be the main change of blood for Willie to make in this Bowling Green lineup today. The other one being the fourth line of the Falcons. The first line remains the same: Ben Duran, Ryan O'Hara, Brody Waters, the right winger. The second line has been switched around a little bit, but the same guys that we saw from yesterday's game: Jackson Niedermeyer, Ethan Scardina, and Brett Foe for a little bit of offense on that second line. The third line completely different. Maxwell Martin on the third line now. He played with Scardina and Fighton yesterday. He's with Jaden Grant as the centerman and Matvey Kabanov, who's the right winger. Kabanov was scratched yesterday in the lineup today, spends a lot of time on the power play, and what I'm going to assume is that's going to be the power play line for the Falcons. As soon as they get a power play, it's going to be Kabanov, Grant, and Martin, but we'll see. This is the new line. All new players to today's game. Lurkeberg was technically on the roster sheet yesterday, but didn't see the ice. He didn't even have a shift. He's the centerman today on the fourth line, with Braden Krieger on the left wing, who has not played a game yet this season, and then Brandon Santawana on the right wing, who's only played one game this season. So an entirely fresh line for Willie, that fourth line. I'm assuming it's going to get a decent amount of shifts, maybe not as much, especially if it's a tight game. He's going to go to those first three lines, as they are a little bit better than that fourth line, but that's that fourth line, something we've seen for the first time this season, as Ville Imonen not playing the centerman role. I mean, he might later in the game if Willie decides to take a step back from Lurkeberg and put Imonen in that hole with Santawana and Krieger, but he is listed as a right winger extra forward in today's game, along with Adam Zonka, who played a very good game yesterday, but he is not on a line today. He immediately subbed in for Owen Ozar when Ozar had some not great shifts, I will say, and Zonka kind of dominated the rest of the play of the game. He's a Willie kind of guy, plays without the puck very well, and Adam Zonka is an extra skater for the Falcons today. Defensemen stay the same: Wozni and McKinley, the first line; Jack Blake and Eric Parker, the second line; and Dalton Norris and Tommy Passanen, the third line. Passanen played his 100th career game yesterday against Michigan Tech, and again, like we said, Christian Stover, the starting goalie for the Falcons. The scratches: Nick Ohanesen and Gustav Stierenberg. Stierenberg, again, I don't believe this is going to be a long-term thing with everything that I have heard, and it's not a performance-based thing, certainly. So he is still out of the lineup, the best defender for the Falcons, limiting the amount of penalties that they get. Obviously, we all know about the penalties that Stierenberg accrues, but that's the best defender for the Falcons, and his presence was certainly missed on a 2-for-3 penalty, or I should say 1-for-3 penalty kill for the Falcons yesterday. Michigan Tech was 2-for-3 on man advantages against the Falcons. The other scratches and forwards, all of whom played yesterday: Quinn Emerson, Seth Fighton, and Owen Ozar, all scratched today. Pete Eigner, as well as the fourth goaltender for the Falcons, and Adam Shankula, who has been scratched this entire season. That's pretty much the entire lineup for Bowling Green. The lineup for Michigan Tech stays exactly the same. Actually, when I stepped into the arena and I saw the line sheet, I thought I had left my one from yesterday behind, because it is exactly the same. Sardarian, Koskopirti, and Pedersen; Ryman, Lepa, and Kukkonen; Jansen, Works, Gordon, Frankel, Morrill, and Baker. And then Rylan Brown, Chase Pietila, Kasper Vaharautio, Victor Herdig, Oliver Bezic, and Matthew Campbell, the defenseman, with Derek Malahy, who I assume is going to be in the goal. The senior had his second shutout of the season yesterday against the Falcons. Played outstanding. Not really challenged as much as you would like to see from the Falcons, but he played very well for the transfer from Harvard in the ECAC. So looking for him to be an impact player today, see if he can replicate what he did yesterday against the Falcons. And then the extra forward skater for Michigan Tech is Alex Nordstrom. Head coach Joe Shawn, really, it was a masterpiece yesterday with what he did with his players. As soon as they got up 2 goals in that first period, he played a very defensive game. Ended up getting that goal later, but that was on a breakaway and some luck against Cole Moore, so not really a setup goal. But his defense was astounding yesterday, digging pucks off of the boards all the time, being as physical as Bowling Green is, which, trust me, it's a feat and a half if you're going to be as physical as the Falcons, because Willie's got this team in tip-top physical shape. They skate the ice very well. Everybody a 200-foot player, and the Falcons have prided themselves on that this season. Michigan Tech went toe-to-toe with them in that regard, and even had more scoring yesterday, more offensive chance. On the offensive chance, the Falcons led in total shots 57-44, but they trailed in shots on goal by 2, 30-28 in favor of Michigan Tech. And again, the big stat that stands out offensively is those 3 goals for the Huskies and only 0 for the Falcons. The shutout for Michigan Tech, which can be attributed to Malahi, but a lot of that was due to the stifling defense, especially Pietala Vaharautio and Matthew Campbell, one on each line, did a fantastic job yesterday at stopping the Falcon attack. They seemed to have a lot of chances, just none of them ended up falling. A lot of blocks for Michigan Tech yesterday as well. I believe 11 block shots for the Michigan Tech players, a lot of them being forwards, but they got their body in the way, perfect positioning. They did their job very well. They showed this was their first even contest of the season. They played some teams that are sizably weaker. They played Minnesota State, who is a sizably better team than Michigan Tech. This is their first even challenge, and they greeted it head on, and they really stuck it to the Falcons, took 3 goals on not a lot of setup plays, but they got 3 goals, and at the end of the day took 3 points in the CCHA and a lot of percentage points from the Falcons and laid it on their stat line as well. So far this season, penalties have been the main storyline for the Falcons, and yesterday it really wasn't. They had 4 minutes of penalty in the first period and only had 6 minutes of penalty the rest of the game. They also, Michigan Tech had one of their higher penalty games. They don't normally accrue a lot of penalties. They had 10 minutes yesterday, tied with the Falcons. But the thing that jumps off the stat sheet is the power play and the penalty kill for either side. Michigan Tech was 2 for 3 on their power play opportunities. The Falcons were 0 for 3. There was an offsetting penalty in there as well. That didn't count for a power play opportunity, but Michigan Tech's first 2 goals came on power plays. The game winner from Logan Morrell, the first goal of the game, came off of a power play. And the penalties spelled disaster for the Falcons. They had that man disadvantage, one less man to get over there into the paint, stop the puck from rolling in past Cole Moore, and that's how we got to the game-winning goal. The other 2 were essentially gratuitous, just stat padding if you look back on it in hindsight. But the penalties didn't play a huge factor, and I'm sure the Falcons are going to look to make sure that's the theme again today, playing physical and without a whole lot of penalty trouble. Again, no Stjernberg. Your defense has to be outstanding. Somebody that's really stepped up, in my opinion, is Jack Blake. I'm going to keep saying this. He's played very well defensively, played decently offensively as well. It's like we didn't miss a beat with Jack Blake in the lineup and Stjernberg. So there's going to be a tough decision when Stjernberg comes back. Willie's going to have to send somebody back down to the scratch. I truly don't know who it's going to be. Dalton Norris is irremovable from the lineup, truly. Tommy Pastanen is as well, especially defensively. Jack Blake has played great. Ben Wozney's been pretty decent. Brock McKinley's been one of your highest scoring defensemen. Eric Parker's been a little bit of a step behind all of them, but he's a veteran junior as well that hasn't played awful. He's got a couple assists on the season. So we might be seeing a situation where you have an extra skater defenseman for Willie, and while we're talking about defensemen and who's going to be kicked back down, the defense, especially defensively, has not been great for the Falcons on the season. So looking for high defense, looking for any scoring would be an improvement over yesterday's game. On the subject of scoring, we will move over into our Pick the Stick. You know, I told the guys in our group chat, Falcon Media Sports Network group chat, I said Christian Stover is going to start today for Bowling Green. And again, that's assumption from myself, but based on warm-ups, I think he's going to get the start today. Lucas Kleinmeyer took Christian Stover, and how we're going to do that with Pick the Stick is Stover's going to get 3 points to start the game. He's going to subtract a point for every goal he gives up. So Lucas chose Christian Stover for his pick today. He said the same thing that Willie was probably thinking when he decided to put goalie in, and I quote from Lucas Kleinmeyer, "I picked him because I believe he's been waiting for an opportunity to showcase his ability again this season, and he knows how important having a good performance is for him and the team." So that's a quote from Lucas Kleinmeyer, our sports director. Tyler Kavelitz, our production director, chose Maxwell Martin. He's been very high on Maxwell Martin this season. He says, and I quote, he's young and energetic, a spark plug that's going to get the BG offense going today. We're certainly hoping for Maxwell Martin to do that today, playing on a line with Jaden Grant, the centerman, and Matvey Kabanov, the right winger. Holden Ruck, our board operator today, he was our board operator yesterday too. He chose Tommy Pastanen in his 100th career game yesterday. He chose Ryan O'Hara today. A lot of assists on the season. No goals yet from Ryan O'Hara. The Falcon Media Sports Network are playing the do game because O'Hara's got 7 assists, no goals on the season from the leading goal scorer from the Falcons last year. So Holden's playing the do game. I think that's a very good pick. And for myself, I really didn't think about it. I forgot about it until this very moment. But I think looking at that first line, it's really going to score. I think Ben Duran's going to be the guy to do it. The centerman has 2 goals, 3 assists on the season for 5 total points. Ben Duran has been very good lately as a centerman. He's playing on a high offensive line with Brody Waters as his right winger and Ryan O'Hara as his left winger. I think that's the production line for the Falcons, and I think they're going to be able to get points again today. So pick the stick. Lucas Kleinmeyer took Christian Stover. Tyler Kavelitz chose Maxwell Martin. Holden Ruck chose Ryan O'Hara, and I chose Ben Duran. 1 point per goal, half a point per assist accrued. We'll let you know how this goes by the end of the game and who gets a win. Lucas Kleinmeyer has 2 on the season. Tyler Kavelitz has 1. So with that being said, we'll take a step back just for a few minutes while they do starting lineups and the national anthem here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. You're listening to Bowling Green versus Michigan Tech, the second of a 2-game series on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey everyone, Falcon Media Sports Director Lucas Kleinmeyer here. You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
There's so much more WBGU content available online through our social media profiles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our feeds to get the most up-to-date information about the program schedule, show hosts, and upcoming promotional events. Return to Radio Freedom with WBGU on 88.1 FM, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
BGSU men's basketball battles Weber State on Friday, November 29th at 1 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hi everyone, it's Erica Porter with Bowling Green Women's Basketball, and here's my Falcon 4 favorite activities off the court. I do like to go shopping in my free time. If I'm back home in New Jersey, I do love to go to New York City and go thrifting in like the Soho area. I do like hanging out with, my hometown friends. I could do literally absolutely nothing with them as long as I'm in their presence. I love it. And what would my last one be? Oh, being around my sister because I don't see her a lot.
This is Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. Like, follow, and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter feeds for access to special content, program, and DJ information, and so much more. Return to Radio Freedom with the WBGU on 88.1 FM and online social media profiles. Thanks for listening to WBGU Bowling Green.
BGSU men's basketball battles either Pepperdine or New Mexico State on Saturday, November 30th in the Arizona tip-off. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hi, my name is Taya Ellis, and I play on the Women's Bowling Green basketball team. And these are my Falcon 4 favorite meals to cook. One is this Jamaican meal called oxtail rice and peas. That's one of my favorites because my mom and dad used to cook it growing up, so it just continued on. Another one is tacos because it's just easy, something easy and quick to make. My third one, I would have to go with steak and mashed potatoes because who doesn't love steak and mashed potatoes? My last one, I'd say Alfredo because I love some pasta.
Continue the WBGU experience online by engaging with our social media profile on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our feeds to stay connected with the local community and receive information about special events and programming. Like us and share our content to help build the WBGU audience. 88.1 FM, WBGU, Bowling Green is Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
basketball will travel to the Daytona Beach Classic for the Thanksgiving tournament to take on Stetson Friday, November 29th, and Arkansas Saturday, November 30th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Caden Knapp on the call both days at 1 o'clock p.m. for pregame on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Be a part of the return to Radio Freedom on WBGU FM. WBGU offers sponsorship opportunities in the form of underwriting. Underwriting is an effective method of gaining exposure for your business in Northwest Ohio and helps us continue producing local content. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorship at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com.
Back here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, the Falcons and the Husky hockey team are ready to face off, doing their little meetings outside each goalie and getting ready to take the bench for the second game of this two-game set. Michigan Tech beat the Falcons yesterday 3-0, and they face off again today with the Falcons trying to take 3 points back in the CCHA. We have starting lineups. It's a different one than we saw yesterday from Michigan Tech. Number 27, Lori Ryman, the left winger. Number 2, Tom Leppa, the centerman. And number 23, Trevor Kokkonen, the right winger. And that's the forward line for the Huskies. The defenseman Casper Vaharautio and Victor Herdig, with Derek Malahy, the goaltender for Michigan Tech today. On the side of the Falcons, completely different in their starting lineup. Ben Wozni and Breck McKinley, the two defenders, number 2 and number 27. Christian Stover in goal for the Falcons as well, number 30, his first start and game played of the season. And then the starting forward line for the Falcons is going to be the fourth line from Willie. Number 16, Braden Krieger, his first game played and his first start of the 2024-25 campaign. Johannes Lurkeberg, his fifth game played and first start down the center, number 41. And Brandon Santawana, his second game played and first start, number 8, down the right wing for the Falcons. They win this first faceoff off the draw from Lurkeberg, who takes it now up the center, pass out to the wing at Krieger. Slap across the nose of Malahy from Santawana, dump back in. Santawana with the puck now, turns it back around to Lurkeberg behind the net. He's being pushed away. Gets the puck back. McKinley with the puck, keeps it inside the blue line. Tipped down right in front the doorstep and kicked away by a Michigan Tech defender. Some decent offensive pressure for the Falcons early on. They dump this one and go for a change. And a big hit will force the puck over, back into the zone of the Falcons, taking it all the way in. Good save by Christian Stover. Hot bounce off of the wall and a sliding play as Stover is stickless. Scardina back around to Foe. Foe rings it back around to Passanen at the blue line. Looking in, back around, can't handle it as Scardina. He'll have to try and get it back to the blue line. Can't do it. Niedermeyer comes in, takes it away. Back to Scardina, now on the near side of the ice. Into Passanen. Passanen with a shot in, and it's blocked by Pietola. Chase Pietola, one of the better defenders for Michigan Tech, kept his guys on side, but Passanen turns the puck back over. Taking it all the way in is Kaskapirti. Turns it back around, looking in for a slot pass. Sardarian now, one of the better offensive players for Michigan Tech, the junior transfer from New Hampshire. Campbell takes this shot in just wide right. Stover couldn't get a glove on it, but it hit the half wall back behind. Sardarian tries to get this pass back across. Back in, shot again is saved by Stover, and he'll cover it up. First saves of the season for Christian Stover. We're going to keep harping on that point. 2 saves already for the senior from Northville, Michigan, out of New Jersey in the NAHL. 78 games played, 23, 41, and 3 in his career. 2.94 goals allowed per game with a .904 save percentage. Not bad from the senior. That 2022-23 season, definitely the best for him. A 2.86 goals allowed per game with a .914 save percentage. One of the better goaltenders in the CCHA that year. Was part of the Falcons getting a home playoff game for the Mason Cup, in which they lost to Fair State. Quite a heartbreaking season. That goes to the end, slapped in by Works, and it goes into the bench of Bowling Green. It'll exit out of the D zone of the Falcons and be a face-off in the neutral zone. 18:06 left to play in the first period. 2 shots on goal for Michigan Tech, 0 for the Falcons. And the draw will go all the way back down into the O zone of the Falcons as Willie argues that it was slapped into the bench on purpose to leave play. So Michigan Tech will be the butt end of a call by the referees. Parker rings this one back around. Waters there to try and dig it back out. He can do it. It's 50-50 puck now for both teams. O'Hara clears it across. Jack works with the puck now into the neutral zone, taken away by Waters. Bender ran with a little bit of a streak here. Pass over into the slot, and it won't land. Waters was there, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Cross back out. Parker at the point. Shot in, goes wide right. Didn't even hit any of the bodies. More of a pass than a shot, truly. Another crossing pass from Ben Duran. A couple of really nice passes from this line of O'Hara, Waters, and Duran, the production line for the Falcons. O'Hara with a good forecheck, turns the puck over into the slot. Jaden Grant's not there to hold on to it. Dalton Norris will collect in the neutral zone, take it back behind his blue line. Now pass it up for Grant. Grant takes it in, physical forward, cross over behind the net. Trying to get it out to McKinley is Martin. Martin takes it in, good stick work, another shot, and it goes wide. The Falcons will take this one back down into their D zone, settle it back. A couple of Falcons will go for a line change. It's now up to Martin. Martin crossing it over again. Falcon a little bit tardy to that one, but the Falcons are showing their hand early, liking that cross pass into the slot. Working all the way in, pass over into the slot, and a chance is taken away. Herdig couldn't get that one to land on his stick. Santawana wears the hit, holds onto the puck, gets it away, passing in to Wozni. Wozni takes it up the far side of the ice. The Falcons striking left to right as they do, being the home team. They'll get that strike twice, with Michigan Tech striking left to right only in the second period. Huskies with the puck now, pass up, hit mid-ice, turns it over. Eric Parker looking to clear it out of the D zone of the Falcons. He does. Gets it up to Martin, Krieger, who's forced to the ice. McKinley to Parker. Parker turns it back around, pushing it up off the half wall into the neutral zone. And Parker turns it back over. That's Lepa, who's forced in there. Taken away by Krieger. Krieger wears a hit down to a knee and turns it back around. Oliver Bezic, defenseman for Michigan Tech, with the puck here. Falcons have to get back on sides, now go for the forecheck. Pietila behind his man Malahi in the goal. A shutout yesterday against the Falcons, his second of the season. First of the weekend, obviously in the first game. Niedermeyer takes this one in, crossing pass. Ooh, that one had a chance off of the stick of a Michigan Tech player. Looked to be Pietila, but he knocks it to his tender. And it's scooped up by Malahi, and he'll shut the play down. 15:25 left in the first. No score between the Falcons and the Huskies. In for a draw to the left of Malahi. On the season, 7 games played, 4-3 record, 1.85 goals allowed per game with a .929 save percentage. Hard to believe that he's got 3 losses on the season, but 2 of those came from Minnesota State, who, as a lot of us know, is one of the teams, if not the team to beat in the CCHA. Sardarian takes it up through center. He's pressured. Forecheck from Ben Duran. Crossover and in. Stover shuts this one down as it is covered up by the inside of his leg guards. Not with the stick. That's a dangerous way to cover up the puck, Christian, but he gets it done. 3 shots on goal for Michigan Tech, 1 for the Falcons. Not completely telling of the story of the game. There's been a couple more offensive chances for Bowling Green than there has for Michigan Tech. It's the better quality ones, I do say that. Pass is just a little bit long. This one, another shot in, and it's caught in the chest of Stover, dropped right into the mitt, and he'll shut another play down. Around the CCHA, the Falcons playing Michigan Tech, Augustana playing Northern Michigan, and St. Thomas playing Lake Superior State. And Bemidji in a non-conference game against a pretty good North Dakota team. Not playing so great this season, but we all know how good North Dakota is year in and year out. We'll keep updates as scores start to happen. Still nobody has scored in the day of CCHA play. Neither have the Huskies or the Falcons. Jansen chases this one in. Wozni gloves it, drops it at his feet, works, gets it back around, but Martin is perfectly placed. They'll get this one back up. Shot in, saved by Stover. Kicked across to Wozni. Wozni tries to clear it out, is kept in by Tech. They turn it back around over the center into Brown. Brown goes off his skate, but he sends it just a little bit far of his stick. Crossover into the middle. Kabanoff takes it away, and Martin will take it up. Actually, he'll center it back down in the D zone. Let his guys get a change. McKinley, good pass up the ice, handled by Duran. Duran's pressed up by Pietola. Campbell with the puck now, looks for a pass to the near side. Ice in the defensive zone. Waters puts a hit on. Now Michigan Tech takes it all the way back up. A shot is gloved again by Stover. That's Alex Nordstrom, the extra skating forward. 5 saves already for Christian Stover in his first game to play. Malahy's only got 1. Yesterday and today, the chances for the Falcons, not a lot of them actually hitting Malahy. He did have 22 saves yesterday, but a lot of good chances for the Falcons on plays that could have been shots, just didn't end up. Pass into the slot, good D work by Niedermeyer to get his stick in there. Again, the Falcons take this one away. Niedermeyer with great stick work up the ice to Brett Foe. Foe looks for a pass and now settles it back down. Pass over into the point. Parker leaves it near side to Norris. Norris keeps it inside the blue line. Pass over and deep, working his way in, and a chance for the Falcons. And this one's kicked away by Malahy and his skate, not his stick. Parker on the near side, defensive wheel of the Falcons. Back up to Norris. Pass up into the center. Back pass to Lurkerberg. Lurkerberg lurking in. Back out to the center. Brandon Santawana out the far side. Passing in, and Malahy gloves this one with pressure in his face. And with 13:03 left to play in the first, we still have a 0-0 game and a face-off to the left of Derek Malahy. The band back here in the Slater Family Ice Arena was not here yesterday for the Falcons, assuming that's because it was Black Friday. Tough to get any band members here in Bowling Green, but they have them today. And a pretty sizable crowd here in the Madhouse on Mercer. Not the biggest, but certainly great for a Thanksgiving weekend, especially with no students here. This play is covered up by Malahy again as it got too close to the iron for his comfort. Again gloved. Falcons will not go for a change. Michigan Tech will. O'Hara, Duran, and Waters, the forwards for the Falcons, Passanen and Wozni, the defenders. Shot in from Passanen. It had an open hole, and it was cut off by Malahy, who kicks this one into the netting. A lot of stoppage of plays as of the last couple minutes. 12:48 left to play in the first. 6-4. Better offensive chances for the Falcons today. Pretty good defense as well. Niedermeyer with the better defensive stand. A very good shift for him. He cleared the puck out twice on the last offensive stand for the Huskies. One face-off by Michigan Tech. They take it back up into neutral ice. Pass over across. Vaharautio has a man. Dump in on the back pass. Vaharautio in, crossing back, hoping there was a man there. There was not. Stover with a shoulder save here. Leaves it back, digging it off the boards. Back to McKinley. McKinley off the boards again. Kabanoff wears a hit, gets it out to center ice. Martin trying to cross it over into the middle. He can't find the man. Imonen working in there with Martin. Parker, Foe, and Passanen look on for the Falcons. Chase Pietola comes up with this one. Used to saying his full name, as there was 4 Pietolas on the Husky team last season. One of them, the goaltender Blake Pietola, who pretty much shut down the Falcons in a lot of the games. He played all 4 against the Falcons last season. Jack Blake, first shift of the game. Back up outside the blue line. Brett Foe looking for this one. Not a very defensive player, asked to play defense there. Jack works, leaving it back up. Pass across, good D again. by Jackson Niedermeyer. The pass up can't land to him, but Scardina kicks it to Parker. Back up to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer into the zone from beyond the center line, avoiding the icing. Hit from Foe. Puck to Michigan Tech, out through center. Taking it in is Pietola. Good stick work from the sophomore defenseman. Back up at the point. Pietola fakes a slap shot into Works. Works can't get the puck. Is passing it with his stick in the lane. Santawana chases this one back down into the zone, and it'll be an icing against the Falcons and come back into neutral ice. No change for Bowling Green. A change for Michigan Tech, though. Frankel, Morrell, and Baker on the ice now. Morrell with the game winner and first goal yesterday, a power play about 3 minutes into the first period. 3 minutes and 37 seconds to be exact. Assisted by Stardarian and Kukkonen. Santawana will be the first one to this puck in the O-zone of the Falcons. Cross back over the middle, and it's taken away. That was a good cross. Bezic shut it off. Philip Frankel leaves it up for O'Hara. O'Hara to Wozni. Wozni trying to cross it back over. He's mugged by a couple of Huskies, and they'll take it back into the D zone, settle it down. Up to Frankel, playing the left side of Michigan Tech, which is the near side in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Wozni takes the puck out from behind his goaltender, Christian Stover. And they tip off the skate and up into the stands. A fan will go home with a souvenir. And they'll have to go back to the sin box for a puck. Still 0-0. 10 minutes, 19 seconds left to play in the first period. Next stoppage after this 10-minute mark will probably be the media timeout, depending on what the call is. Imonen for the face-off with Martin and Kavanaugh for relieving Jaden Grant of his centerman responsibilities. He is an extra skater today, Imonen, with Jaden Grant, the fourth-line center. But Willie did this yesterday with two extra skaters trying to work different guys in. Lurkeberg didn't really play. Zonka hasn't played so far in this game. Imonen has, as the first-tier extra skater. He's been the centerman of the second or third line almost all year. Back out to Parker. Parker with his hand keeps it in. But then a big hit against Sardarian turns it back over to the Falcons. Bowling Green wearing orange lids today with their orange mitts, brown shorts, white socks, and sweaters. Michigan Tech wearing the same uniforms as yesterday, all black with the yellow piping, a classic look for them. Martin wears a big hit, skates immediately off. The Falcons go for a wholesale change. Scardino with the puck now. Gets mugged by Ryman. Laurie Ryman in and across. McKinley picks this one off. Up the ice, kept in. Crossover. Michigan Tech with a chance, and this one's fanned on. Now back around. Fanned on again by the Falcons. Passing in with good defensive work there to push him away. Another chance from Michigan Tech is rejected. Lepo with that shot. All the way back in. Nice and easy. Stover can't cover it up. It's kicked back and behind. Bring back around to the point. Brown with a shot in, goes wide left, and Stover will reach in to cover this one up. A little bit of help from Scardina, and the whistle blows. We're at the media timeout with a 0-0 score. 8:48 left in the first period. Bowling Green, Michigan Tech, second game of a two-game set. The Falcons looking to take 3 points in the CCHA on this weekend. You're listening to Falcon Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Underwriting sponsorships on Northwest Ohio's community radio station are now available. Get your business's information out to the local community and show your support for 88.1 FM. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorship at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com. Thanks for your continued support of everything we do here at WBGU 88.1 FM, Northwest Ohio's community radio station. For over 70 years, WBGU 88.1 FM has provided local news, sports, and entertainment to Northwest Ohio. As a non-commercial radio station, WBGU relies on the generous contributions of local businesses in the form of underwriting. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorship at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com.
Bowling Green and Michigan Tech face off for the second time this year, the second and last time this season. They played 4 times last year. 3 wins for Michigan Tech in the regular season, and then 3 wins in Houghton, Michigan, 2 in the playoff series that they had in the Mason Cup tournament, and 1 earlier in the season around this time up in Houghton in the 2023-2024 season. The Huskies have really been the bane of the Falcons' existence. It's been kind of a rivalry game, at least from our point of view as Bowling Green fans, with the Austin Swankler transfer and some of the things that worked away from those happenings, and how tight these games have been over the last 2 years. Just the advantage goes to Michigan Tech a lot more than it has the Falcons. O'Hara with the puck, trying to cross it back. Waters battling for it. A lot of physicality in behind Malahi. It'll clear back around out to Passanen. Passanen tries to dig it out, keep it inside the blue line, but he can't do it. Into the D zone of the Falcons. Wozni will be the first one there. He's probably going to wear a hit. No, he's not, because it is waved off for icing. Tech will not get a change. Jansen, Gordon, and Jack Works as the centermen, along with Kasper Vaharautio and Victor Hertig out of Sweden and Finland, respectively. Parker with the puck now at the point, working his way in. Scardino with the puck, takes a low-angle shot, and it's blocked by Malahi. Off the high glass, kept in by Foe. Foe over into the center with a shot, and it's almost tipped down by Niedermeyer. Where's a hit in front? That puck is still up in the air. Now it falls. Michigan Tech settles it down. Falcon fans want a penalty as Niedermeyer wears a hit right in front of Malahi. Crossover into the middle, kicked away by Stover. Scardina up to Foe. It's 4-on-4 right now. 2 players got tangled up, a Falcon and a Husky. This one's gloved and dropped. Malahi leaves it for Frankel. Frankel up the ice, up and around. And icing is the call. It'll go back down into the zone. Brandon Santawana giving a little bit of jawing to Matthew Campbell, who lays a hit down. That's a winning size swing for Campbell, 6'1", 190 to Santawana's 5'8", 173. Lurkerberg, Santawana, and Krieger. Santawana still chatting. Lurkerberg in for the draw. Wins it back to the Falcons and immediately turned back over to Michigan Tech. Back up into the O-zone of the Huskies. Working in is Baker. Baker gets it back around. Up to Santawana with the forecheck. Checks near side to Vaharautio. And it's cut off for an icing. 7:21 left to play in the first. Shot on goal battle narrowed back down. 9 for the Huskies, 8 for the Falcons. It's pretty full here in the Slater Family Ice Arena now. As I say that, it's filled out a little bit more. A very good crowd for a Thanksgiving and Black Friday weekend. Hoping everybody listening at home or wherever you are had a great Thanksgiving, courtesy of the Falcon Media Sports Network. For all BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com, BG_FMSN on Twitter, or the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel for video content. Waters with the puck now, working in near side, gets pressured up against the boards. Ben Duran gets it out and in, it hits a man, and offside, I believe, will be the call on the Falcons. The puck will exit the zone, be another neutral zone face-off for Bowling Green. No scoring yet. By this time in the game yesterday, it was 1-0 Michigan Tech. In the next few minutes, Michigan Tech will have scored another goal. And it's a pretty sizable start for the Falcons. Defensively has been superior. Offensively, got a lot of good chances, only trailing in shots on goal by 1. Michigan Tech with the puck now. They are also leading in total shots by 3. Passanen back around to Martin. Martin can't get it outside of the D zone of the Falcons. Still working in. Sardarian with the puck now on the right side. Back out to the point. left side point to Campbell, and Campbell can't handle this one. It was in his skates just a little bit too much. They'll have to take it back into the D zone. Campbell with the puck now, settles it down. The junior D-man for Michigan Tech. Out of North Vancouver, British Columbia. Still holds on to this puck, taking his sweet time behind Malahi. Now he passes it back out. Niedermeyer with the forecheck, back into the zone, and another icing call. Jack Blake is getting screamed at by the line judge for some reason. Didn't know exactly what he did. Possibly a warning on a penalty, some contact as they were trying to get a stick on that puck before it entered into the zone. Foe, Scardina, and Niedermeyer, the forward line for the Falcons off the icing. McKinley and Wozni, no change for the Falcons. McKinley with the puck now, working it in. Pass over into the slot is taken away by Laurie Ryman. Ryman takes it up the near side, dump in, inside the center line. Stover shuts it down. Back pass, turns it back over to Ryman. Ryman over into the middle, saved by Christian Stover. Bad pass from him, but they end up taking it away. Whistle blows, hand in the air of the referee. It's going to be a tripping against what I think is going to be Breck McKinley, and he will head to the box for the first penalty of the game. 2-minute miter for tripping against Breck McKinley on the far side boards. Started with a Stover bad pass with a man looking in his face. That was Ryman, who gained control, passed over into the slot, and a shot from Kokkonen wouldn't land. Kicked over into the corner, and then McKinley going for the puck, tripped up. Will look to be Kokkonen as well. Man advantage for Michigan Tech. Tommy Passanen, Dalton Norris, Brandon Santawana, and Villa Imonen the penalty kill for the Falcons. Shot in and deep. Kokkonen with the puck is pressured out. Sardarian can't keep this one in. It's cleared out by the Falcons. Harsh forecheck for Imonen, who takes it all the way back. Avoiding a hit on Malahi, who with good stick work holds onto that one with a white jersey in his face. Cross in, Kokkonen into the zone, back to Stover. Stover with the puck, back around, out to the point and outside the blue line. It was a good pass there from Christian Stover, who essentially iced that puck himself. Pietola puts the brakes on Niedermeyer. And Scardina still with the puck in the D zone of Michigan Tech. They possess it, winding the clock down, so the Falcons will take this intensity from Michigan Tech. 1:10 left in the man advantage from the Huskies. Rylan Brown in. Koskapirti back into Works. Works on the near side. Works it in. Koskapirti out to the point. Brown in. Pedersen fanned on his shot. Works centers it back out to the point. Koskapirti working in near side on the wheel. Looking for a pass in. Can't get it back out to the point at Brown. Rylan Brown looking for a shot in. Koskapirti looks to take it away. Rylan Brown, freshman defender, first line for Michigan Tech. Back around, in deep. Jack Works with a shot. It's saved by Christian Stover. Turning it back around is Rylan Brown again. Koskapirti with the puck in. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Almost iced by Eric Parker, but a man was in his way. Battling in it in the corner. The Falcons looking to waste some time. Hitting the deck. Iced out by the Falcons. Jackson Niedermeyer completes his pretty darn good shift. Jaden Grant with the forecheck now with 15 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Falcons. Tech takes it in, far side boards, at the wheel, turns it back around. Waters looks to ice it back. Herdig takes it outside the zone, and that'll be a penalty kill for the Falcons. A successful one at that, as Michigan Tech takes this one back into the zone, but the Falcons are back to 5-on-5. Lukerberg, big hit. Turns the puck over. Vaharatio in. Another shot, and it's rejected by Christian Stover. He's been great in his first game back. Cross over into Rylan Brown, and another save from Stover. And a lot of pushing and shoving in front of the blue paint. Stover skates away with the puck. A successful penalty kill for the Falcons. A successful start for Christian Stover, who in this first period has 13 saves. Fantastic stuff from the Falcon defense. Penalty to Breck McKinley on the tripping. Amounts in nothing, except probably a little bit more energy wasted by the Falcons, but no goal on the board. 3:29 left in the first period. 0-0 the score And the only thing Michigan Tech comes away with is 4 more shots on goal. They're up to 13 on the day. The Falcons still at 8. Taking it in. Morrell outside the zone. O'Hara giving check. Campbell with the puck now. Rings it all the way back around. Parker will dig this one out. Back in behind. Blake should be the first one there. Crossover. Stover with the stick in the lane. Kicks it away, so no possible pass there. Duran up to O'Hara. Left back for Nordstrom. Nordstrom kept in by Blake. Blake back around. It'll be caught by Malahi and kept behind. Good forecheck from Duran. Turns the puck back to Nordstrom. On the far side. In the D zone still of Michigan Tech. Still working to get it out. 2-man forecheck for the Falcons. Leaving it in the zone. A steal. Back out. Imonen on the ice looking into McKinley, who works it in front of his own bench. Still digging in on the boards. Ryman clears it away. Kabanoff with the forecheck now. Only 1-man forecheck for the Falcons. 4 other men deep. And now Michigan Tech will take it up into the neutral zone for the first time in a couple of seconds. Long shot from beyond both blue lines, and Stover will elect to hold on to this. 2:20 left in the first period. Still 0-0 the score. Defense looks a lot stronger for the Falcons. Good positioning. We mentioned it yesterday, Nathan Burkett and I, in our intermission report that will be hosted again by Holden Ruck both today, the Rick and Marta Crow intermission reports, that the Falcons were playing defense with their sticks and hands, not with their feet. Now they're playing a lot more with their skates, which is great to see out of a defense that gave up essentially 3 goals yesterday. Dump all the way back into the zone, icing against the Falcons. Yes, they will not get a change. Back in their own zone. Passanen, Scardina, Foe, Norris, and Wozni. Wozni and Passanen, the defenseman. .212 left in the first. Michigan Tech did get a shot on goal from that shot from beyond the center line. Pass up the ice. Foe can't handle it. It's kept by Vaharautio to Pedersen. Pedersen back to Vaharautio. They got to stop passing it to him. That's a mouthful to say. Pedersen tips this one back in. Steal for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer's had a lot of good shifts in this game. Brett Foe into the middle. Pass over into the slot, and he can't find Scardina, who was streaking in there. Michigan Tech comes up with this puck on a pretty decent chance if the pass landed. Scardina had good awareness to streak toward the net on that one. The pass just a little bit late for him. He had to turn back around and skated to the far side boards. The south side, I should say, here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Tip up, Santawana. Good pass, kept in the zone. Back over and in. Kick save by Christian Stover. That one tumbling in front. That was one that would have been given up a goal yesterday, similar to the first 2 goals given up by Cole Moore, I should say. And it was rejected by Stover today. McKinley with the puck, back in his zone, passing in, pass up to O'Hara. And the whistle blows. We might have an offside against the Falcons as this faceoff will occur in the neutral zone. Less than a minute, 58.9 seconds in the first. Falcons didn't score for their 4th period in a row, or probably will not score for the 4th period in a row, but a very solid period, both offensively and defensively for the Falcons. Not a lot to complain about. Ben Duran wins the faceoff. McKinley pass off the half wall into Waters. Waters dumps it in the zone. Malahi fields. Back across. Again, passing it with a shot, and it's blocked by his own man, Duran, who was just a little bit out of position. McKinley keeps it in. Duran giving chase. He'll be the first one to this puck. Crossing it over. It's blocked by Herdig. Stick in the right place from Victor Herdig. Duran back across. O'Hara loses control of this one. Herdig will go off the half wall. Still in the D zone of Michigan Tech. They hold on to this one, take it back out. Working in is Ryman. Ryman at the near side boards next to the Falcon bench. 15 left to play in the first, and another icing. A lot of icings in this game, looking for outlet passes from the Falcons. Passanen tried to sneak off, but he's told to get back on the ice. Tried to pull a fast one with Dalton Norris. Referees trying to sort out who was actually on the ice and who wasn't. I think they got it right. Passanen is breathing pretty hard. 14 seconds left in the first period. Face off in the Falcons zone. They got to try and get this one out. Parker will skate off. He might have been trying to pull a fast one, as McKinley will skate back on. Campbell with a shot in the air. Christian Stover lets it fly. He's not going to glove it. He's going to play it out the rest of the period. Skating in, slap shot from Isaac Gordon is blocked by Breck McKinley, who was worse for wear after that one, but that'll ice the period. The Falcons with a successful first, score tied 0-0. We'll head into our Rick Crow intermission report in a few moments. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Falcon Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hi, I'm Trina Lisa Vering. I'm a singer and songwriter from Copenhagen, Denmark. I have a very important message for y'all. Du kan bygge broer i din egen hjerne, eller fremelske global fred og kærlighed, alt sammen på en og samme tid, ved at lytte til The World Music Show søndage fra 6 til 8 p.m. på WBGU 88,1. Den kan også streames fra bgfalconmedia.com.
That's right. You can build bridges in your own brain and promote global peace and love all at the same time, just by listening to the World Music Show on Sundays from 6 to 8 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 and streaming at bgfalconmedia.com.
Welcome back to WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for Falcon Hockey. This is Holden Ruck in the Cooling Center studio, bringing you the Rick Crow intermission report. Rick Crow, a longtime supporter of Falcon Hockey as well as listener of WBGU 88.1 FM. We're going to go ahead and look at some of the CCHA action going on tonight, and it's some familiar matchups that were read off if you were listening to yesterday's intermission reports. So the Northern Michigan Wildcats are playing against the Augustana Vikings once again, and that matchup is currently at the end of the first period with Augustana leading 1-0 over Northern Michigan, kind of bottom feeding in the CCHA realistically. Meanwhile, the Michigan Tech Huskies are currently in a 0-0 matchup with Bowling Green, as you've been listening to if you've been tuned in here on WBGU. The Bemidji State Beavers are playing the second of two matchups against the out-of-conference North Dakota team, and that's in North Dakota. That game is currently not showing up on the stat sheet, but we will have that for you in a minute. Meanwhile, the Lake Superior State Lakers and the St. Thomas Tommies, two more CCHA teams, are rapidly approaching the end of the first period. Lake Superior State leading that one 2-1 with, according to the stat here, about 8 seconds left in the period. So we're going to go ahead and bring back Ben Korak from the Slater Family Ice Arena. Ben, what have you seen so far for Bowling Green in this first period?
Yeah, I've seen a pretty good game from the Falcons, better defensively than they were yesterday. Not any defensive breakdowns so far. A couple of pretty not great passes in the D zone of Bowling Green, but Christian Stover has been an absolute wall. I love what I'm seeing from him. 15 saves already. That's a lot of shots on goal to be allowing, but you've also totaled 8 yourself, so just a lot of shot volume early in this game. Offensively, they've had some pretty good pass chances. None of them have landed yet, but again, I would assume that those are going to get better as the game goes on. A little bit too behind or a little bit too forward on a couple of these plays. Some pretty good streaks, some pretty good offensive stances for the Falcons. Great defense as well. I really liked what I saw. An all-around solid period for the Falcons, the first one of this game.
And something that I think is really interesting to look at, especially with the high volume of shots coming at the Falcons, is the performance of Christian Stover in this first period so far. His first period of action in the 2024 season, isn't that correct?
Yes, it is. The first period, the first start, he did fantastic. I mean, you stop all 15 shots. Not much to say. You didn't allow a goal, 15 shots. He's been great. Again, we've seen a little bit of that bad passing that we saw last year. Not bad passing, but just some decisions that have to be made from Stover that don't always pan out. He's kind of bailed himself out on a couple of those plays, but just a little bit more conservatism with the passes, and I think he's had all around almost a picture-perfect period. He's saved everything that they've thrown at him and granted us some pretty good chances. So I really liked what I've seen from the senior, and if this is telling of the rest of the season, Cole Moore is going to have a pretty good lookout for his job.
And Ben, we talked a little bit before we went on the air, as well as you talked a bit during pregame about the lineup being a bit of a shakeup from what we saw yesterday. How do you think that's faring for the Falcons so far? Do you think that's been a difference maker in it being a scoreless bout versus the deficit they faced yesterday?
I think with the mindset and changing the lines up from Willie is offensive. And we haven't seen offense a lot early. That production line of Waters, Duran, and O'Hara, it produces the offense that they produce. That's why they have not changed. That's a line that I am nearly 100% sure is going to stick through, at least for now, if not for the entire season. I liked what I've seen from Niedermeyer's shifts with Scardina and Foe. Foe's got a couple of offensive opportunities, a couple of good passes. Scardina's with some heads-up offensive plays, which is, I don't want to say rare from him, but he's a more defensive forward. That's why you see him on penalty kills a lot, and a lot of experience on that line as well. I really like that one. I think they've had some pretty good shifts. Maxwell Martin and Matvey Kabanov have played pretty well so far. Not a whole lot to say from them. Ville Imonen has stepped in as a centerman, trying to trade it out with Jaden Grant, two pretty large forwards for Bowling Green. That one's been pretty decent. The fourth line has got a lot of shift time. Krieger, Lurkerberg, and Santawana, and I really liked how they've played. Not a lot of offense, but a pretty solid amount of defense. They played pretty clean. Krieger and Santawana with a lot of forecheck ability. Lurkerbergs has won a pretty good amount of faceoffs for his first time in, or a pretty good ratio, I should say. Pretty impressed with how he's played as well. Falcons leading in faceoffs through their centermen, 15-8. Duran, Scardina, Grant, Lurkerberg, and some for Imonen as well. Been all around great. I like to play without the puck. They've dug pucks off the boards very well, found some pretty good passes. Yeah, they've done a great job. Good defensive positioning, sticks in the lane, playing defense with their feet, and I really like to see that from a Falcon team trying to rebound from yesterday's 3-0 loss.
It really feels like a solid start for the Falcons today. If you could nitpick or be more negative, though, what's one thing that you would look for them to change going into the second period, or is there nothing?
Yeah, there always is, and we're going to turn to the scoreboard for that, and we see a 0 on the scoreboard for the Falcons. That's 4 periods in a row that the Falcons have been shut out. And in this period, I don't think that's due to a lack of offense from the Falcons. They had a pretty good amount of offense, but they didn't find the back of the net. And I think if a couple more of those pass opportunities landed, we'd be talking completely differently about this first period and how it was an immensity of success for the Falcons, because hopefully they would have a goal. The goal is to get a goal, and I definitely think they will in this game. I don't think they're going to be shut out. Their offense looks better. They're taking more shots toward the net. Their shots in total are much higher than they were on pace for yesterday, in which they only really had a ton of shots in that third period when they really had offensive desperation. They've got 18 shots and 8 total shots on goals, trailing in both departments against Michigan Tech, but their offenses seem to be a little bit better than Michigan Tech's, even with the power play for Tech and without the power play for Bowling Green. I like the way they played offensively. You just need to find that goal eventually. You need to start capitalizing on your opportunities, and that's probably the only area of the game where I can really look full negatively on and not find a silver lining in that.
Certainly feels like a better start off for the Falcons so far compared to yesterday, and we'll have to see if they can keep it up and take things up a notch, find the goal sheet in this second period. We're going to step away. This has been our Rick Crow intermission report. Thank you, Ben. And we will be right back shortly with the second period of Bowling Green against Michigan Tech in this second game of the weekend series. Don't go anywhere. You're still listening to Falcon Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BG Authors is a campus organization dedicated to highlighting authors connected to the university. BGSU has produced some amazing authors, including Beth Macy, James Baldwin, and Tim Conway, to name a few. Visit bgauthors.com and subscribe to the blog that regularly updates on new releases, classics, non-BGSU authors, and other features such as book versus movie. That's BG Authors at bgauthors.com.
On November 16th, 2024, BGSU Volleyball defeated Ohio in 5 sets, clinching their 7th regular season championship under head coach Daniela Tomic. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil had the call on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Picked up on the attack, Archinska off the block, saved by LaPinta. Over is on the attack is Hovey. The Falcons have done it. Bowling Green will host the MAC Tournament. Regular season championship returns to the orange and brown.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hovey on the BGSU volleyball team, and these are my Falcon 4 off-day activities. My first one would be spend time with family and friends if they're in town, because I love them. My second one would be read my book, because it's relaxing. My third one would be go get coffee, because who doesn't love coffee? And my fourth one would be go get groceries so I can make food for the week.
Hey BGSU students, this is your opportunity to host your very own radio show or podcast. Get involved with Falcon Radio and quickly learn the skills you need to produce your own program. In 30 minutes or less, you'll be armed with the information you need to operate studio equipment, put on your own live shows, or recorded content. Students from all disciplines are encouraged to get involved and take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to use world-class facilities to create your own podcast. Falcon Radio, for Falcons, by Falcons.
On November 1st, 2024, BGSU men's soccer defeated nationally ranked Western Michigan for the first time in a decade. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer was on the call on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel.
History has been made here at Cochran Stadium for the first time in 37 regular season matches for the Western Michigan Broncos, and for the first time in a decade, the Bowling Green Falcons take down the Western Michigan Broncos by a final score of 3-0 here at Cochran Stadium. Wow!
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Hi, I'm Taylor Dyson from BGSU Men's Soccer, and these are my Falcon 4 teammates that I would like to have in the Hunger Games. The first one would be Brennan Graves, because he's pretty much built like a bear. He's a big guy. The second I would like Josh Erlinson, just because he knows all that wilderness stuff. He's good in the woods. The third one I'd have Trace Terra, just because he's a tall guy, and he can reach a lot of stuff that I can't. And the fourth guy would be Mads Christiansen, because if we ever got in trouble, he would be the first person we sacrifice. Thank you.
If you're in need of affordable housing in Bowling Green, Falcon Media has got you covered with apartmentsforrentbowlinggreen.com. This website provides an interactive way to search for apartments, townhomes, and houses for rent in Bowling Green. Housing gets secured quickly in Bowling Green, so it's never too early to start your search for a great place to live near campus. Take the hassle out of apartment finding. Visit apartmentsforrentbowlinggreen.com. Brought to you by BG Falcon Media.
On October 26, 2024, BGSU cornerback Jordan Oladokin snagged 2 interceptions, including a pick 6 in BG's 41-26 win over rival Toledo. Falcon Media Sports Network's Reese Patricus was on the call on Falcon Radio.
Minute 13 left to go. Ball picked off. Jordan Oladokin. He's got Green in front of him. Jordan Oladokin. 10, 5, touchdown Bowling Green. Ball game. 41-26, Bowling Green wins this year's edition of the Battle of I-75 up here in the Glass Bowl.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
follow, and engage with BG Falcon Media on social media. Find the handle at BG Falcon Media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for all sorts of content, including news information, BGSU athletics coverage, and feature stories from across campus. Enjoy specialty content such as full episodes of the local music showcase, Live and Loud. The coverage continues with BG Falcon Media on all major social platforms.
My name is Jamal Johnson, number 6, running back in the senior, and here are my Falcon 4 favorite candies. First, we have Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, Reese's Pieces, and Hershey Kisses. And these are my favorite because when you're at Halloween and you dump out that bag, these are the best Halloween candies to pull out. So those are my favorites.
Hi everyone, I'm Claudia Schmidt. Resist the empire of cacophony. Listen to The Folk Show, Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, and also streaming at www.bgfalconmedia.com. Listen up, listen in, and enjoy.
Welcome back to the Slater Family Ice Arena. 0-0 on the scoreboard. A productive first period for Bowling Green and, well, mainly for Bowling Green, for Michigan Tech as well, who had 2 goals in their first period yesterday, 1 goal in their second period. The Falcons have already done a better job through 1 period than they did yesterday. If you want to read the recap or listen to the rebroadcast of yesterday's game by the Falcon Media Sports Network, myself and Nathan Burkett, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter for the recap and preview of the series, and then BG Falcon Media YouTube channel for the rebroadcast, and then for future series video packages and other visual content as well from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Ben Korak here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. The Falcons with their starting lineup of Lurkenberg, Santawana, and Krieger set to face off again, striking right to left across your radio dial. Trevor Kekkonen, Tom Leppa, and Lori Ryman, the forward line for Michigan Tech, with Victor Hertig and Kasper Vaharautio and Derek Malahi in the left goal for the Huskies. Left back, Wozni passes up to Krieger. Krieger is off his stick and into the Falcon bench, also being fought with Hertig. Victor Hertig had a goal yesterday, his first of the season. A junior, 6'6", big boy, 200 pounds, out of Avesta, Sweden. Transfer from Michigan State into Big Ten. 1 face-off, taking it up is Vaharautio, dumps it into the zone. Wozni will be the first one there. Turns it back around, breaks the ankles of Works on the forecheck. Now Ryman backing it around. Brown with the puck now behind his tender. Will take it out the left side. Pass up the ice into the neutral zone. Ryman leaves it back for Kaskapirti. Kaskapirti takes it all the way in. His shot is blocked by a couple of Falcons. Left over into the zone. The Falcons thought they had a man. Sardarian taking her out around the left side, far side of the ice here in the ice arena. Leaving it back over the middle and taken away by Brett Foe. A little bit of a chance for Michigan Tech on that shot on goal. It's back out into neutral ice after the Falcons take away that opportunity. Pietola with the puck. Pass up. Neutral ice. Rylan Brown back in. Pedersen to Sardarian to Pietola. Pietola near side. Back across. Brown has to turn it back around. Up to Sardarian at the top. Shoots it. And Stover with his 16th save of the game. In the near side corner, Michigan Tech dominating possession here early in the second period. 0-0 still the score. Along the blue line, can't be kept in by Campbell. Now it's looked to be passed in and intercepted. Isaac Gordon off the high glass. Now takes this one into the O-zone. It looked like he had a man offsides. This shot is glove saved by Cole Moore. Elias Janssen looked to be offsides, no call, took the shot. That might have been called back if they scored a goal, but it was gloved by Stover. 17 shots on goal for Michigan Tech. A couple of those coming very early, 4 of them to be exact. That'll be 17 saves as well for Stover, who's been peppered today, but been perfect so far. Herdig with the puck, looking in, got a man, it's deep, and Kabanoff will force this one away. Back out, Jansen leaves it back. Tech working in, the shot is knocked down in front of Stover. Pass back from Campbell into Jansen. Jansen wears a big hit, gets this puck away. The Falcons with a 2-on-2 here, now a 3-on-2 as Parker gets forward on the offensive side. Pass over into the slot and a chance for Kabanoff, and he can't fill it. Maxwell Martin there as well, fighting behind the boards. That was a prime opportunity for the Falcons to put a goal on net, the first of their weekend. Stick goes away, pass over and in, works without a stick now. Martin tries to cross it back, is tipped up, and now works with a stick back. Where's a hit on the near side boards, avoiding boarding barely is Kabanoff, as it was more of a slip. Grant way across, shot in from McKinley on a toe drag, and it won't be able to land. Isaac Gordon takes it in, wears a bump, still with the puck, down the right side, pass all the way across, taking a shot is Works, and this one out and behind, and fanning on the shot is Isaac Gordon. Breakaway now for Santawana. Santawana, the only man to beat is Vaharautio. Pass in over the middle, and it won't get there. Another shot from Krieger, and he fans on it. Finkel dumps it out to the far side. Lurkerberg looking to keep it in play. He'll hold possession, dump it into the D zone. A chance for the Falcons. And again, prime offensive opportunity. No shot on goal reflected, but yet another one. Put that one on the board. Michigan Tech leads in shots on goal by 10. Lurkerberg leaves it back. Taking it up the near side is Krieger. Rylan Brown leaves it back for Pietola. Pietola passes it to the far side, taking it up through the neutral zone is Brown again. Shot over into the middle, kicked away by Stover on the pass. Scardina now at the puck, takes it back around, leaves it up. Foe takes it up past the blue line. He's still got it in the middle. Now it's finally pressured away by Pietola. Pietola takes a little bit of a shot, takes this one up center ice himself. Pass all the way across, can't get the Lepa, and the whistle blows. And a penalty, I think, will be called on Victor Herdig of Michigan Tech. He doesn't like this one. Is too many men on the ice as Herdig looks like he's going to take it. Now he skates over to the bench. He was the offender as he was the 6th man on the ice with the missed shift. And it will be Oliver Bezic that skates to the bench, deemed the least valuable player for Michigan Tech. He's probably done the least in this series. The 3rd-line defenseman, the junior, played his first game yesterday, his 2nd game today. Falcons win the faceoff. O'Hara in the O-zone of the Falcons. Back across. McKinley with the puck. Near side to O'Hara. O'Hara playing the point. Down deep. Waters across and a score! Dalton Norris! 2nd goal of the season, and the Falcons take a 1-0 lead. "11 seconds into the power play for the Falcons, and Dalton Norris with the slap shot slam. 2 goals on the season. The Falcons lead 1-0. What a goal from the Falcons. I believe the pass is from Brody Waters, near side across the nose of Malahi. They beat the Huskies for the first time this season on the power play. Electric goal for Norris. Everybody in the arena knew that one. Stover with the pass now out and behind. Falcons have their first lead of the weekend. First goal of the weekend. Dalton Norris. Fantastic play, assisted by Brody Waters and Ryan O'Hara. O'Hara's 8th assist on the season. Waters' 2nd assist. He's up to 8 total points. Kicked up. O'Hara looking for the puck now, still on the ice. Long shift for the 2 of them. McKinley with the puck now, turns it back around. He's being held onto by Matthew Campbell. Koskapirti gets it out wide. Pettersson with the puck now. Where's a hit from Ben Duran? Duran kicks it, but nobody's there to field it for the Falcons, and the black jerseys will hold on to this. 4:16, the time of goal for the second of the season, and Dalton Norris. That's his 9th in the junior assistant captain's career. Tipped up, whistle blows. Icing is the call. Nobody from the Falcon Media Sports Network, Lucas, Tyler, Holden, or myself, chose Dalton Norris for pick the stick today. Unfortunately, he's been my pick, mainstay for nearly the entire season. The selections, Martin, O'Hara, and Duran as goal scorers. Stover as a goaltender who has given 3 points and will lose them as he gives up goals. Hopefully that's none today, and at the rate he's going right now, Lucas Kleinmeyer will come away with the win on him. Brett Foe into the zone, gets his puck poked away, back over to Stover, who will shut this one down, give it to Parker. Parker behind with forecheck from Alex Nordstrom, extra skating forward for Michigan Tech. Martin dumps it into the zone, being chased by Vaharautio, the left defensive man on the second line. Kabanoff with his stick in the lane, pokes it away, but nobody there to field it in the slot of Bowling Green. It's back into the D zone. Jack Blake will take this one off the half wall, back across. Kabanoff wears a big hit center ice. Grant takes the puck back away. Martin gives chase over into the center. He's being held right there. A couple of fans got up on their feet to see if an interference would be called, as he didn't have the puck. Grant puts a hit on. Another hit from the Falcons. Grant, another big hit. Shot over into the slot. Martin's there trying to corral it. Can't do it. Kabanoff now in behind. Martin tries to settle it down. Looking in is Norris. Norris a little bit slow to that one. Michigan Tech will clear back between their own slot, and they'll settle it down. The too many men on the ice penalty against Michigan Tech results in the first goal of the series for the Falcons. Stover saves this one. It goes into the netting, and we'll have a whistle. Dalton Norris, power play goal, 14-16 into the second period, assisted by Brody Waters and Ryan O'Hara. The Falcons lead 1-0, 13 minutes left to play in the second period. Prime opportunity, only 11 seconds into the power play. Still trailing shots on goal by 11. But the one that matters is the one that scored. Crossover into the middle. Stover has to shut this one down. It kicks back around. McKinley will have to dump it out of the zone. He'll do it. The Falcons have a good rush to get this one. Lurkerberg, and he'll be beaten by Campbell to this puck. Press up against the board. Santawana takes it away. Now he's pressed up by Campbell. Michigan Tech up the near side. Wozni into center to Imonen. Imonen takes it across the middle dot. Back pass won't land. McKinley with the puck now. Everybody has to get back on sides for the Falcons. 3 Huskies, 3 Falcons working in on this one in front of the Bowling Green Sim box in the Madhouse on Mercer. Herdig tries to pass it across. And he'll get it past center ice off a stick, avoiding the icing. The Falcons up to O'Hara. O'Hara avoids icing himself. Looking in is Duran. Duran goes for the puck, not the body. Pressing this one up against the boards. The referee can still see it. Now pass across and a breakaway slightly for Pettersson. Into Stover. Stover to O'Hara on the corner of the Falcon D zone, and Passanen will take this puck away. His first shift in a while. Into the zone. Icing against the Falcons. They won't get a change, but they just got one before that play happened. O'Hara, Waters, Duran, Passanen, and Parker. All wearing numbers in the 20s. 23, 24, 29, 25. Falcons win the faceoff, dump it up into the neutral zone. It'll be held on to by the Huskies. Herdig wears a hit, center ice. Brody Waters with a big strike there, turns the puck back over. Stover will settle it down behind his net. Passing in with the puck now, good stick work over the middle. Jack Works with a shot, kicked away by Stover. Directional save there from the senior. Brett Foe with the puck now, pass across, taking it into neutral ice. Foe down the near side. Niedermeyer trailing in. This shot goes wide right, missed the iron by probably less than an inch. Kept in the O-zone of the Falcons. Now Foe will dump it back in. Dump and chase strategy for the Falcons on this play. Herdig, where's another big hit, or half a hit I should say, but tossed him to the ice. Hit there from the Falcons, trying to turn the puck over. Herdig now avoids the hit by getting the pass away early enough. Nordstrom now fighting for it. Near side boards, Kabanoff. Right winger for the Falcons. With the puck now, glances it away. Ringed all the way back around, Vaharautio. In. Vaharautio again, looking for a pass over into the slot. He's knocked down in front of Stover. Kabanoff to Skardina. Skardina inside the center line, goes for a change. Kabanoff with the forecheck. He's tired, you can tell by his legs. He looks directly to the bench for a change as soon as he can get off, but the Falcons are in the O-zone. In and across, Falcons settle it down at the point. Back across to Martin. Martin in behind, looking for a back pass. He has the puck now, still taking it back around. Takes it all the way to the blue line, then fakes, dumps it back in. Glove dropped by Wozni. Wozni still in the O-zone. Falcons to Kabanoff. Kabanoff has had the longest shift I've maybe ever seen. This is like 2.5 minute shift for Matvey Kabanoff, and he's finally off. Oh, center ice on Nordstrom as he's turned around. And it'll be fruitless for an offsides. We're at the media timeout mark, 9:30 left to play in the second period. The Falcons up 1-0 on a slap shot goal, power play by Dalton Norris. You're listening to Falcon Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Start your day with WBGU FM and Early Bird Oldies. Tune into Northwest Ohio's community radio station weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. for classic hit music from decades past. Enjoy all the golden oldies you remember and stick around for local community news and entertainment with The Morning Show. Early Bird Oldies, broadcast weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. on Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
To listen to replays of recent Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts, tune into WBGU 88.1 FM every weekday morning from midnight to 3 a.m.
The first score of the weekend for the Bowling Green skating Falcons. They were on the power play off of the too many men on the ice penalty by Michigan Tech. Ryan O'Hara pass in deep to Brody Waters on the right side of the goal, and Derek Malahy pass over and across Malahy's nose into Dalton Norris, and Dalton Norris with a windup and a monstrous slap shot with the open goal as Malahy was looking out toward his right side, and that's how the Falcons scored the first of the weekend. They lead 1-0 over the Michigan Tech Huskies in the second game, looking to take 3 points in the CCHA. They dropped all 3 yesterday. Only a 2-point series up in Mendota Heights, Minnesota against St. Thomas, a shootout win in the first game and then a loss in the second game straight up, and then a 6-point set from the Falcons against Ferris State in their first of the season. They have 8 total points on the CCHA season, and a whistle blows. We get a false start. Brody Waters is getting into it with Chase Pietola right off the dot. Really pushing for that one. Waters is knocked down, takes exception, but Pietola gets this puck out and around. Wozni with the puck now. Up to Waters again. Waters looks for a pass just a little bit long for O'Hara, who tipped it behind the center line, and it will be an icing. O'Hara's just a little bit late for that pass. It was a good outlet pass, it just didn't land. Falcons still trailing in shots on goal, 23-9, but that is so misleading because the Falcons have had as many, if not more, offensive chances, just didn't get shots on goal. They've been looking for more clean passes and trying to set up a very good opportunity, and they've done it a couple of times. That power play one being one that was perfect for the Falcons, just landing, assisted by O'Hara and Waters. Michigan Tech in the zone. Sardarian with the toe drag is blocked by Wozni, who got on his knee for that one. Another shot in is blocked by Parker. Parker at the point, passes this one back across. Still in the D zone of the Falcons. Rylan Brown digs it out. Pass over in deep. Crossover. Koskapirti can't land it. A slap shot is blocked by Brody Waters, who spun this one around over into the slot. He was trying to kick that one away without a stick. He was trying to use his skates. Pass in. Pedersen with a shot. Again blocked by the Falcons. This one's Eric Parker off of the blade of his skate. Behind, Michigan Tech looking for a pass behind Stover. Stover wrap around, and Koskapirti's not there to put it home. Vaharautio at the point, back across to Brown. Brown across the blue line, tip in, just wide of the net. Ryan O'Hara can't hold this one. Brown, near side, pass across, over and in. Another shot from Brown, and his beautiful save by Christian Stover. The hand is in the air. We'll see if this is going to be a penalty. He's waving. I don't know what the call is going to be. Stover looks like he gloved it. And the boxes will not. Oh, yes, the box will open. Cheers from the Falcons as Steven Sardarian will head to the box. Interference is the call in front of Christian Stover as he stopped that play. The Falcons 1 for 1 on a power play, 1 for 4 on the series. They'll look to convert another one on the second penalty from Michigan Tech. Great opportunity for the Falcons to go up 2. Dalton Norris scored the last one. He's not on the ice for the Falcons now. Foe, Scardina, and Imonen with O'Hara and McKinley still fighting for the face-off. 1. McKinley looking in to Duran. Duran near side instead of O'Hara. I got the number wrong. Back out to the point to McKinley. McKinley looking for a pass over into the slot. Still there on the doorstep and kicked away finally by Tom Lepa. Kept in by McKinley out at the point and finally dumped out by Vaharautio. Pass all the way up the ice. Scardina on sides. It's a 2-on-1 rush. Shot from Scardina over into the slot. Nobody there to put it back home on the rebound chance. Brett Foe to McKinley. Back to Foe. Foe on near side boards. Back up to McKinley at the point. Near side to Duran. Duran back to McKinley at the point. Back to Foe. Foe a slap shot just wide left. Missed the iron by just a step. Taking it back into the D zone is the Falcons. 1:05 left on the man advantage for the second power play of the game for Bowling Green. McKinley near side to Martin. Martin can't hold on to the pass. Tip over into the middle. Waters with a chance and it's taken away by Herdig. Stover will stop this one. The Falcons will settle it down. 45 left in the man advantage with 7 minutes left in the second period. Still in the neutral zone. Wozni has to chase this one down. Lepa giving hard pressure. Martin will go off the half wall and back to Wozni. Ben Wozni up into the neutral zone. Pass near side to Martin. Martin up, takes it with a head of steam. Looking for a pass, is stopped. O'Hara back out to the point. Wozni fakes a slap shot in deep, and the pass is a little bit too inside for Dalton Norris to handle. He looks to kick it out. Martin looks to dig it out with his stick. Looking for a pass. O'Hara's open near side. He finally gets it to him. Pass across, shot saved by Malahi. Good play by the goaltender. Just shut that one off. Martin had a one-time chance and couldn't get it to fall. And the Huskies will have killed off their first penalty kill. Lukerberg wears a hit. Pietola gets it away. Grant puts on a hit now. Looking in. Parker keeps it along the blue line. Tip in. Out behind. Lukerberg trying to deke it back in. Grant tips it back out to the point at Parker. Parker back across. Passing and shot in is high. Gloved by Malahi. Dropped and then caught again. And a shove just came from Pietola in front of the net with Lukerberg. The sophomore against the freshman. Nothing will come of it. The Falcons take 4 shots on goal on their power play, but not able to fill their second power play goal of the game. They still trail in shots on goal by 14, 26-12, and total shots by 9, 38-29. But they lead in goals scored by 1 and assists by 2. Face-off won by the Falcons. Cleanly across. Shot again. Malahi saves this one. Covers it up again. As Jaden Grant was being pushed against the net, having words with Vaharatio now. It looks like Michigan Tech is quite frustrated, and they're really showing that in the second period, similar to how the Falcons were in the third period yesterday. Even strength now. Another shot on goal for the Falcons. They're up to 14. Trailing by 12 in that department. Leading in goals 1-0 on Dalton Norris's power play goal. 4:16 into this period, the second. Imonen back out to the point. Shot in, over into the slot, and he didn't know it was at his feet. Brandon Santawana was there. Had a chance at a good tip in. Lepa takes it up near side. Backhand chance. Oh, that could have been a high sticking. That blade was up there. Santawana and Imonen giving forecheck. Imonen puts on a hit. Krieger digs the puck out, looking for a pass. It's back in deep. Imonen looking in, over into the slot, is dumped down. Another shot from Imonen, another shot from Imonen, and both of them are rejected. One by Campbell, one by Malahi. McKinley, good stick work, keeps it in. Hertig just tries to get it outside the zone. Scardino with a hit. Michigan Tech will take it up. Kokkonen is bumped near side. Scardino comes up with the puck. The captain, grad student in his 5th year with Bowling Green. Santawana dumps it up. Scardino with a forecheck. Oh, he almost got a stick on that one. A turnover in the O-zone of the Falcons as they were going for a change. Foe and Niedermeyer with Scardino. Passanen and Wozni, the defensive players. Brown and Pietala, the defenders for Michigan Tech. Koskapirti, Sardarian, and Pedersen, the forwards. This is one of the best lines. And we'll get a whistle, and I believe it's going to be an offsides against the Huskies. And the face-off will be neutral zone. Far right mark in the southwestern end of the Slater Family Ice Arena. Falcons and Huskies with the draw. Falcons lead 22-16 now after the win from Michigan Tech. O'Hara and Jansen can't hold on. It clears into the net as it's wiggling right there. We'll get another face-off, but this one in the D zone of the Falcons. Stover still perfect on the game. 26 saves, more than Malahi had in the entire game yesterday. Malahi also has 14 of his own with a goal allowed. 933 save percentage, quite respectable from him. The goaltender, Christian Stover, was the pick-the-stick taken by Lucas Kleinmeyer. Again, 3 points to start for Stover. He loses them as he gives up goals. Shot in, saved by Stover. He sits at 3 points right now in the pick-the-stick. Lucas Kleinmeyer with 2 wins on the season. Tyler Kavlitz, our production director, with 1 of his own. Ben Duran looking in, taking it all the way back behind. It's an extra man, hand in the air for the defensive players. Over and in! Oh, I thought there was a chance. And putting a stick on it is Michigan Tech. The hand is in the air of the referee, signifying a delayed penalty. And what looks to be Rylan Brown will head to the box for the Huskies. Another power play for the Falcons. Here's the call. Holding is the call. Minor penalty for 2 minutes. It'll be the 3rd power play opportunity of the Falcons. They've converted on 1. They haven't converted on 1. Michigan Tech is 0 for 1 themselves. Looking in, Foe. With the puck now behind, looking to get it out with a man advantage for the Falcons. Kept in by Wozni. Wozni tries the back pass, but the stick is there from Laurie Ryman on the penalty kill for Michigan Tech. It's Ryman, Lepa, Hertig, and Vaharautio. Tip up in. Brett Foe with the puck now, looking in, looking for a pass. Has to get it across to Duran. Duran with a wrist shot, and it's blocked. The stick of Ryman got out of the way. That's a stick lift from Lepa. He turns the puck back over, tried to be iced, kept in by Foe. Foe playing the point, back to Wozni. Wozni into Duran. Duran near side, working in on the wheel, pass in deep to Scardina. Scardina on the penalty kill today, still working for the puck in the air. Imonen gets the puck now, out to Foe. Foe back to Wozni. Wozni looking in, into Duran. Duran with a slap shot, goes into the face of Vaharautio and into the mask of the junior defenseman out of Vanta, Finland. That's something you don't see any day. The puck goes into the mask of a player. The cage, I should say, not the fishbowl. Minute 4 left in the man advantage for the Falcons. A couple of good opportunities. They trail in shots on goal by 11 now. They were at 8 at the start of this second period. They've doubled it with around 3 minutes left. O'Hara wins the faceoff. Their right wing faceoff for him. O'Hara takes it in, is being pressured by Koskapirti. He held on to that puck a little bit too long. He should have passed it a little bit earlier. He was bullied and turned the puck over in an icing. Falcons take it up now from behind Stover. Into Norris. Norris across. Weird angle off of the net! And Maxwell Martin with the goal. 2:24 left in the second period. A odd bounce off of the gate on the back wall, similar to what we saw earlier in the game with Christian Stover, but Malahi can't shut it down. A lucky goal for the Falcons, but a goal nonetheless on the power play. A minute 20 in. Don't know if this is going to be assisted or not, but I am nearly 100% sure Maxwell Martin will get his third goal of the season. The pick-the-stick pick from a Tyler Kavlitz, the production director for the Falcon Media Sports Network. Maxwell Martin assisted by Ryan O'Hara and Dalton Norris. 2-point days for O'Hara and Norris, and a goal for Maxwell Martin. 17:37, the time of that goal from the Falcons on the power play. Niedermeyer into the zone on a forecheck, pushes it away. Oh, that one had a chance. Malahi shut it off at the last second. 17:37, the time of the goal. Both scores for the Falcons coming in this second period, both on power plays, both assisted by Ryan O'Hara, one by Waters and the other one by Norris. Brody Waters into O'Hara. O'Hara with a shot, and it's stopped by Works. Jack Works, the captain for Michigan Tech. Slap across the neck. Pietola with a slap shot, saved by Christian Stover, falls behind his net. It looked like it went off of the high glass, possibly into the netting. Working in, across the doorstep. Herdig with the puck now. Looking in, is kicked away by Stover. Again, the delayed penalty against the Falcons as Malahi will skate off. A minute 15 left. 6 skaters for Michigan Tech will try to get a goal before they go on the power play. A shot from Jansen is blocked by the Falcons. They'll put a stick on it, and a late in the second period penalty will be taken by the Falcons. They'll serve 51 seconds of it when they come out in the third period. It's going to be assessed to Ben Duran, the leading Falcon forward in penalty minutes. Here's the call. 2 minutes for hooking against Ben Duran. He's got 7 penalties for 22 total minutes on this season. Now officially the most penalized player in Bowling Green, passing Stjernberg, who hasn't played in the last 4 games, including this one. Pietola to Sardarian, near side. Sardarian working with it behind, in deep, taking it over the middle. Stover shuts the goal off. Still working for it in the middle. Passanen is on his back, and it's covered up by Stover with a lot of flailing in front of the net. 49 seconds in the second period. A minute 41 left in man advantage. This period will expire with a power play for Michigan Tech. 51 seconds when we come out. Niedermeyer on with Grant. Penalty kill forwards for Bowling Green with Passanen and Norris. Whistle blows, false start. Now the line judge says we're ready to go. Face-off won by the Falcons. Norris takes it around, tries to get it outside the blue line. Sardarian's there to pick it up. And the Sardarian again working the far side wheel. He's taking it all the way in deep. It's cleared out by the Falcons. Looking to get a block on that was Grant, who was on his knee already. Passanen tries to clear it outside the blue line. They can't do it. Norris goes for a big hit, a crushing hit against Michigan Tech as the puck gets free. Tech still working in. 20 seconds left in the period. Pietola into Sardarian. Sardarian back to Pietola with a slap shot high. Kicks over the shoulder of Stover. Niedermeyer tries to get it outside the zone, and he can. That should kill off, which is probably going to be the rest of the period. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A desperation shot from Pietola to end it, and it will not even get close. The Falcons lead 2-0 on 2 goals from Dalton Norris and Maxwell Martin on the power play. We'll talk about it in a few moments. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
Hi, my name is Belle Abbey from BGSU Volleyball, and these are my Falcon 4 favorite movies. Number 1 is Shrek, because it's iconic. Love Actually, great rom-com. Step Brothers, also iconic. And Princess Bride.
Welcome back to the Marta Crow Intermission Report, your second intermission report, brought to you on behalf of the late Marta Crow, a longtime supporter of Falcon hockey, as well as listener and supporter of WBGU 88.1 FM. Once again, I'm Holden Ruck, your board operator for the evening, joining you from the Cooling Center studios, and we're going to do a few recaps of a couple of Falcon athletics and some other CCHA scores. The men's basketball team for Bowling Green today beat New Mexico State, securing Todd Simon's 150th career win as a collegiate head coach. Derek Butler Block securing the 61-60 victory over New Mexico State there. On the women's basketball side, the Falcons took down SEC team Arkansas 79-78 in a thriller with an Erica Porter layup, putting the team ahead, as well as 7 3-point field goals made by sophomore Paige Kohler, leading the day in scoring for the Falcons with 25 total points. Going back to some CCHA action, get back on the ice. Augustana currently leads Northern Michigan 3-0 heading into the third period. No real surprise there based on how the Northern Michigan Wildcats have played this year thus far. Over with Lake Superior State and the St. Thomas Tommies. Lake Superior State currently at the end of the second period leading 4-1, so a pretty commanding lead there. But Ben, I want to bring it back to you because quite the second period for the Falcons here against Michigan Tech.
Yeah, certainly an electric period. I mean, two prime opportunities on power plays. They actually had 3 in that period as well. And they were able to capitalize on both of them. The Max Martin goal was a little bit of luck. It had a weird carom, but the Falcons had an opportunity and they capitalized on it, something they haven't done a whole lot in this season. That one was assisted by Ryan O'Hara and Dalton Norris for his second point. Both of those 2 players have 2 points on the game. Maxwell Martin is up to his 3rd goal of the season and 5th total point. He's one of the leaders in goals for the Falcons now. He will leap over Ben Duran up into the 3-goal range, tied with Brett Foe for the second most goals on the team behind Brody Waters. And then the first goal, Dalton Norris, just an absolutely beautifully set up play. If you go to BG Falcon Hockey on Instagram, you can look at the replay of that on the video from Midco Sports. The dump in, Brody Waters with the puck at the goal line, passes it across to Dalton Norris with an absolute whale of a slap shot, and he fills it right through on what was essentially an open net from Malahi. No chance for him. They just left him out to dry. Perfectly executed play by the Falcons. After the first period, when we were talking in the Rick Crow intermission, the first intermission report, I said that I would like to see capitalizing on opportunities for the Falcons. They've done that. In this second period, they did a very good job, have a 2-0 lead. That's a lead that they should be able to hold on to defensively, but you do want to put more goals on the net as well. So you're not looking to take your foot off the gas, but a pretty good lead for the Falcons here right now.
And if you look at the play over the second period and the surge now with 2 goals scored in that period for the Falcons, do you think it's more reflective of things that the Falcons are doing or potentially maybe lapses in Michigan Tech?
It wasn't necessarily lapses from Michigan Tech, except that they took 3 penalties in the second period. They took 1 for too many men on ice, 1 for interference in front of the net with Stover, which is just going to happen. That's a hockey play. And then the other one was a tripping against Ryland Brown. You take 3 penalties, and the Falcons capitalize on 2 of them. It's a great ratio for Bowling Green. They capitalized just like Michigan Tech did yesterday. We're seeing almost a complete switch up from yesterday to today, where the Falcons are 2 for 3 on the power play like Michigan Tech was yesterday, and Michigan Tech is 0 for 2 on the power play like Bowling Green was yesterday. The score is 2-0 heading into the third period, which it was 3-0 heading into the third period. And like yesterday, I didn't think the Falcons really did a whole lot to warrant being down by 3 goals. I don't think Michigan Tech's done a lot to warrant being down by 2, except taking that penalty and allowing the Falcons to capitalize on a man advantage opportunity, and doing so absolutely perfectly with Waters, O'Hara, and Dalton Norris. It was a great play. Michigan Tech's defense has faltered a little bit, and I think a lot of that's because their guys are a little bit more tired. They've had to kill off 3 penalties in this period. They were dragging a little bit at the end. They've had to shorten their bench a little bit because they're down 2 periods. It's only going to get better for the Falcons because of that short bench. They're going to only be playing what I assume is going to be those top 3 lines, those top 2 lines of defensemen as well. We haven't seen a lot of Matthew Campbell and Oliver Bezic in this game. And we're gonna see them shorten that bench, which is going to make sure the guys are more tired, and the Falcons are going to benefit off of that. And they're going to be able to keep their foot on the gas, keep pushing, and hopefully tire out the Michigan Tech Huskies a little bit more.
And it certainly feels like a welcome departure from yesterday's matchup for the Falcons, specifically when you look at the handling of the power plays. The Falcons 2 for 3 on the power plays, but ultimately not able to convert any goals yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, the power play is always off and on. It's not like the penalty kill that's effort. Power play has to be in the right opportunity. They got a perfect opportunity, and they've had struggles. I'm going to keep using the word capitalizing. They've had struggles capitalizing on it this season. They've had a lot of breakaway opportunities. The Western Michigan game comes to mind. That was a while ago and in non-conference. But they had a lot of breakaway opportunities that they didn't land. They had a lot yesterday on breakaways that didn't land. Ryan O'Hara for a couple as well. He had the most shots on the team and didn't end up getting a goal. Nobody did, but he had 8 total shots and no goals to speak of, and still no goals on the season, but that's kind of telling about how the Falcons have been. It's nice to see them capitalize on 2 good opportunities. They've made the most out of their situations given to them with a man advantage. That's what you got to do in this league if you want to be successful. It's what Michigan Tech did yesterday. It's what Bowling Green's got to continue to do today to come away with the win.
And it's really an interesting stat for me to look at on the stat sheet here. If you compare the shots on goal versus the shots right now for Bowling Green and Michigan Tech, their shots are almost the same, with Michigan Tech outpacing 46-39. It's a fairly comparable number there. But in terms of shots on goal, Michigan Tech has almost double what Bowling Green has with 33-18, and yet here they are down 0-2.
Yeah, it's a little bit misleading for the Falcons because they've had not shots on goal, but a lot of opportunities in which a pass that just connects a little bit better is going to be a prime opportunity for a shot, even better than some of the shots on goal for Michigan Tech. Michigan Tech's been taking shots from all over the ice as well, which is good. They're diversifying looks, but not a lot of them are high opportunity shots. A lot of them are just being saved by Christian Stover, who, by the way, is up to 33 saves on the game in his first game back. His first start of the season and his first game played of the season. He's been absolutely fantastic. We'll talk about Pick the Stick in a few moments before we wrap up this Mardi Gras intermission report. But yeah, Michigan Tech's taken a lot of shots, not a lot of high-quality ones. The Falcons have handled them a lot. They also have 6 total blocks on this game to 8 total blocks for Michigan Tech, so their blocking has been better. They've already exceeded their total from yesterday. Their defense has been great for the Falcons. Their offense has been almost even better, especially in that second period. Great things all around from the Falcons.
And you look at those strengths that have really helped the Falcons be in the position they're in heading into this final period. And like you said, it's a lot of the offensive presence as well as the quick, reestablishment of Christian Stover, who, as we know, is quite a good keeper. Do you expect them to continue the more aggressive approach? I know that Willie hockey is certainly aggressive, physical. Do you think they sit on it a little bit now that they're up, or do you think they keep the foot on the gas, like you may have said?
Yeah, we harken back to the Simon Fraser and Robert Morris series here that ended up being exhibition. But Bowling Green was up, I believe, 4-1 against Robert Morris and didn't, in an exhibition game, didn't take their foot off the gas. They ran it all the way up to 7 goals against the Colonials, and that's kind of what we see out of Bowling Green the entire year. When they're leading, they don't take their foot off the gas. The best offense is defense. Well, in Willie's mind, the best defense is also offense. If you maintain the puck the entire time and you don't allow Michigan Tech to get a hold of it, you're going to be playing hockey in the O zone more than you're playing in your own D zone, and you're going to keep goals off the board as well. But there is a portion of the game where you have to be smart about it, and you have to think to yourself, you got to start playing men back. Michigan Tech did that yesterday with their 2 men on the blue line almost all the time. Make sure that there's no breakthroughs. If you're going full-out offense all the time, there's going to be a breakaway and eventually a goal scored no matter how long you do it. So you got to be smart about what you're doing, but there's no doubt in my mind that the Falcons are going to still take an offensive approach in this third period and try and put up a couple more goals or at least get some more chances.
Well, and talking about goals on the board, it certainly calls to mind if you want to examine the picks and current stats for our Pick the Stick.
Yeah, always. It's a lot of fun to do this every game, and now that we've worked in goaltenders, I think it's going to add a new aspect to it again. 1 point per goal, half a point per assist, and then the goalie, if you pick the goalie, starts with 3 points, and then every goal he gives up is a negative point to him. Lucas Kleinmeyer chose Christian Stover, which Holden, it's looking like going to be a very good pick because he still has all 3 of his points. He's not allowed a goal yet in this game for a guy that on his entire career is averaging around 3 goals allowed per game. So even the average, that's not too high of a line with 3 points. Stover's been outstanding in this game. Maxwell Martin was a goal selection of Tyler Kavlitz, and he's got a goal in this game. That's a full point in favor of Tyler, who is now tied with you, Holden, with Ryan O'Hara, who has 2 assists in this game. That's 2 half points for a full point. So Maxwell Martin and Ryan O'Hara tied at 1 point apiece. I think this is the most high scoring we've ever had Pick the Stick this season, Holden. I don't know if you remember anything different than myself.
I was about to say, I do think that is, if not the highest total of points, then the most different players contributing to the points
for sure
that have been picked by us, for sure.
Yeah, my selection, Ben Duran, he's been out there. He's been playing very well, but he has yet to score a point. No assists, no goals either. And players that we haven't chose, Dalton Norris would have 1.5 points with his goal and assist added, and then Brody Waters would also have a half a point if somebody chose him, but nobody did. So right now, if it ended right now, Lucas Kleinmeyer would win with 3 points for choosing Christian Stover, and you and Tyler would come in second with O'Hara and Martin tied up at 1 point. Pretty good selections today, if I do say so myself.
Well, the beauty of it is that there are still 20 more minutes to play.
Yeah, 20 more minutes, surely to be exciting. Hopefully foot not off the gas for the Falcons, and some pretty good defense as well. Hold the Huskies off the board and take 3 points in the CCHA.
Well, Michigan Tech certainly not one to roll over, no pun intended for those Huskies, but we'll have to see how this third period pans out. If BG can hold on, if the Huskies come out a comeback, we'll see. But that's going to do it here for our Mardi Gras intermission report. We're going to step aside briefly, and when we come back, you'll be back in the Slater Family Ice Arena for the third and final period of ice hockey action between Bowling Green and Michigan Tech. So don't go anywhere, because you're still listening to Falcon Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Wake up and get going with the music you know and love. Early Bird Oldies broadcasts weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. and plays all the tunes you remember. Find WBGU on the bottom of the dial at 88.1 FM or streaming worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com. Early Bird Oldies will put a smile on your face and make you tap your feet. And it's only on WBGU, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
On October 4th, 2024, BGSU volleyball opposite hitter Lauren Hovey recorded her 115th career service ace in BG's comeback reverse sweep of Western Michigan, passing Paige Penrod for the most in program history during the rally scoring era. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil had the call of the historic moment on WBGU 88.1 FM.
And that will make history. Lauren Hovey's 115th ace in the rally scoring era is in the history books as the Stroh Center applauds.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Hi, I'm Peyton O'Malley with women's soccer here at BG, and my Falcon 4 pregame rituals is going to Trop, praying, singing songs in the locker room, and our mental prep on the field.
If you're already awake between 4 and 6 a.m., you may as well have a good time. Check out Early Bird Oldies, playing all the hit music of a different generation on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU. Don't forget to listen to the morning show immediately following Early Bird Oldies every weekday, right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hi, I'm Jaden Progerio on the women's soccer team, and I'm doing my Falcon 4 favorite places in BG. First would have to be Meyer, second would have to be Juniper, third would have to be the beach, and number 4 would be the fires behind the business building. Thanks.
Falcons back on the ice amongst a lot of cheers from Bowling Green fans, as that's been one of the best periods of Falcon hockey that we've seen in the last 3 weeks. Granted, they didn't play last week, but against St. Thomas, they only scored 1 goal in this series, or I guess they scored 1 goal in the first game, 3 goals in the second game, but it was canceled out by St. Thomas's 6. And now they have 2 to Michigan Tech's 0 in the second game of a 2-game set against the Huskies here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Ben Korak here with the Falcon Media Sports Network. You just heard the Marta Crow intermission report. The late Marta Crow, a huge BGSU hockey fan and a listener of the WBGU 88.1 FM hockey broadcast. Actually, a cool story from Rick Crow. She used to listen to it in the arena here watching games at home. Shot over in and saved into the slot. Back pass saved by Tommy Passenden, who's pushed down to the ice. A flurry of bodies for the Falcons as they get down for this one. And it's a save for Christian Stover, who ices that play again. Came out firing was Michigan Tech. 30 seconds left and their power play. But as I was saying, Marta Crow, the late wife of Rick Crow, a sponsor for our Falcon hockey content this season, would listen to our broadcast while in the Slater Family Ice Arena watching the game. So that's how dedicated they were to our program and to BG Hockey. Thank you to them for sponsoring our away travel this season. 31 seconds left in the man advantage for Michigan Tech. Penalty to Ben Duran from Bowling Green. The Huskies are 0 for 2 on their power plays today after being 2 for 3 on their power plays yesterday. Back around to the near side. Isaac Gordon with the puck now. This pass goes long. Isaac Gordon's got 6 assists on the season. No goals allowed for an 18-goal, 18-assist guy last season. 36 total points. CCHA rookie of the 2023-24 season. Stover collects this, kicks away. That'll successfully kill off the penalty for the Falcons as they're back to full strength. Ices the puck up the ice. Ben Duran chases after this one after a long break. Icing will be the call as he can't get there in time. We'll have a face-off for the Falcons to the left of Christian Stover, back to full strength, and they are 3 for 3 on their penalty kills tonight. I'm sorry, they are 2 for 2 on their penalty kills tonight. There was only 2. I'm confusing them with Michigan Tech and their 6-man on the ice penalty. 2 for 2 are the Falcons on penalties in this game. Off of the half wall, back around Norris, who's got a goal and an assist in this game. Both coming on power plays, both points. Another stick loss from Michigan Tech. They've been doing that a lot in this game. Kotz-Kapirti calling for the puck. Rylan Brown looking for a wrist shot now. It's tipped by Waters off his skate. Not going to count as a block, but it will count as a save for Stover, who covers it up next to his pad, and he's going to be up to 39 saves in this game. Fantastic start to the season for the senior out of Northville, Michigan. 6'2", 190, 4 inches shorter than Cole Moore, similar in total weight. Looking for a difference of energy today was Willie. He changed the goaltender situation, and the first game for Christian Stover has been a success for the Falcons. Vaha Rautio with the puck. Back around across his own blue line up to Brown, who can't handle it. Rylan Brown chasing this one as Ryman kicks it back out into the neutral zone. Michigan Tech attacking right to left across your radio dial now here in the third period. Lurkerberg with a shot, kick save. Stick save, I should say, from Christian Stover. Santawana gains direction. He's going right at the goaltender, Malahi. He gets it off his stick. It is knocked down at the point. Philip Frankel with the puck now, battling with a couple of Falcons. Kekkonen up the ice, kicked down from Norris. Back up, it's 2-on-3 for Michigan Tech. Over into the slot, kicked away by McKinley, who saw that one right into his stick and right out into the neutral zone. Lurkerberg gains possession. Oh, that's going to be a penalty on Lurkerberg as he dragged down a Michigan Tech player. And the goaltender is immediately going to skate off Malahi for another skater for the Falcons. Big hit from Passanen to try and turn that one over. The whistle blows, and we'll go back onto a penalty kill as Johannes Lurkerberg will head to the box for his second penalty of his career. The freshman out of Fredrikstad, Norway. Spends his time in the box. Duran, Passanen, Jaden Grant, and Ben Wozni, the penalty kill unit for the Falcons. Power play unit on for Michigan Tech as well as they win this one. Back out to the point. After the faceoff win, Isaac Gordon's open, but no pass to him. Over into the slot, blocked from the Falcons. Iced down by Jaden Grant. He's going to be the first one into the D zone, but Malahi's there in the goal, and he'll field this one with a forecheck from Grant. Grant standing on the blue paint, now goes out to the left side, forcing them out to the right. Matthew Campbell looking for a pass out across the blue line. Pietola in, slap shot, saved by Christian Stover again. Matthew Campbell works his way in, taking it back around. He's not pressured by any Falcons. Back out to the far wheel, slap shot from Pietola, fanned on, kicked away by Passanen as he was being pushed by a man in deep. Logan Morrell was being tangled up with Passanen, and he reached his foot out, pushed this one past the blue line, over in. Offensive chance for the Falcons now, shorthanded. Now it takes it back in. Minute left and the man advantage for Michigan Tech. They'll settle it down in the neutral zone. Niedermeyer giving pressure. Rylan Brown back into the neutral zone. Up to Kotz-Kapirti, back to Brown across the blue line. Staying on sides. Kotz-Kapirti gloves, drops, gives it back to his D-man. The blue liner wings it back in. Imonen on his knee blocks this one off of Kotz-Kapirti, back outside the zone. Everybody will have to get back on sides. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Jansen doesn't have position. The Falcons do. Back across. Santawana goes for the body. Jack Works, wears it easily. Kick back. Santawana, backhand, trying to clear it out of the zone. Gloved, dropped. Rylan Brown in. Intercepted by Eric Parker with 15 seconds left. He'll dump it in softly. And Lurkeberg is standing up in the sin bin for the Falcons. As with 5 seconds left, Michigan Tech's mounting a strike, but it'll be even strength in a few moments. Kekkonen leaves it back. Shot, Ryman, and it's saved by Stover again. O'Hara back, out to the point. Even strength for the Falcons. Lurkeberg with the puck now, taking it through the neutral zone. All the way in. Can go coast for coast. The shot is blocked on a sliding play by Jack Works. Tipped away. Shot from Parker. O'Hara giving pressure. Now in. 3-man forecheck for the Falcons, taking no breath with a 2-goal lead. Maxwell Martin has a goal in this game, the second goal, power play one. Chase Pietola back across. Vaharautio leaves it in the O zone of Michigan Tech. Being pressed up is Owen Baker. Baker in front of a couple of Falcon fans who are pounding on the glass right in front of him on the near side part of the ice. Still fighting for it on the near side part of the ice. It's Duran and Waters in with Baker. Still more pushing and shoving. Nobody gets it out. Now they do. Alex Nordstrom. Norris to Parker. Parker back to Martin. Maxwell Martin clears it back to Norris. Norris takes it out. Pass up to Waters. Waters, good stick work. Pancakes it up the ice. Glove dropped from Pietola. Martin skates in. Trying to get it out. Parker does. It hits the stick of Max Martin. It'll be into the zone. And he wears a huge hit against the glass. He's slow to get up as well. Sardarian off his skate. Tech will go for a change, and Max Martin has not yet get up from behind Malahi, and concerned Falcons will skate over to the young freshman who has a goal in this game but is slow to get off the ice. He's limp skating off, hands on his knees. The trainer is out talking to him, walking him back to the bench. He is skating back to the bench, which is a good sign, not off the ice. We'll see if that changes in the next couple of seconds. The words being said from Martin to the bench as he skates past, to the Michigan Tech bench, I should say. He gets in. The Falcons go for a change after Tech goes for theirs. Face off to the right of Christian Stover. 13:30 left in the third period. Falcons lead 2-0 off of goals from Dalton Norris first and Maxwell Martin second, both on power plays. And the Falcons are 3 for 3 on their penalty kills and 2 for 3 on their power plays. 5 successes on 6 total special team attempts for the Falcons. Scardina for the faceoff. He's 7 wins and 5 losses on the game. The Falcons lead in faceoff wins by 5, 28-23. Sardarian takes it up near side. The Russian looking in for a pass. Can't get it to fall. Now looks for a pass into the slot. Wrist shot, and Sardarian with a score. Perfectly executed wrist shot. 7th goal of the season for the junior forward left winger for Michigan Tech. First goal of the game for the Huskies. I believe it's going to be unassisted. 13:08 it left in the third period. That's the time. Even strength goal. Parker takes the puck, dumps it up. Campbell giving chase with Pietola. Pressed up against. Tech still trailing 1. The Falcons up 1. Under 13 minutes left to play in the third period. Crunch time now. 6:52. The time of the goal scored by Sardarian. It was now a turnover in the zone and another score for Michigan Tech. Isaac Gordon with his first goal of the season. His 7th total point. 2 in a row. Beat Christian Stover. And he is down on the ice a little bit worse for wear, and I think Christian Stover might be hurt on the blue paint for the Falcons. Still waiting for Stover to get up. It doesn't look like he can. He can't even get on his skates. He's going to have to be helped up by the trainer and by one of his defensemen. Looks like it's Ben Wozni, and he'll need help skating off the ice. Now he doesn't. He's just holding on to Wozni for support. And Cole Moore will skate out for the Falcons. As a round of applause for Stover, as he will not head to the bench. He'll head right off the ice. Tie game now, 2-2, Michigan Tech, Bowling Green. That's how quick things swing in hockey. Rylan Brown giving credit for the first goal from Michigan Tech. The first line defenseman, number 3, his second goal of the season, even strength, assisted by Sardarian and Koskapirti. I think that is the wrong goal selection, but that's what's on the live stats here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. So that is the one that will stand. 7:14, only about 20 seconds later, Isaac Gordon, assisted by Elias Janssen, scored his first goal of the season. First against the Falcons in this series. Ryan O'Hara with a shot is tipped away. Brody Waters back around to Passanen. Passanen on the near side boards with a fresh game on the doorstep. The Falcons can't fill it. There was a chance there. Ryan O'Hara is blocked. Breck McKinley to Duran. Duran getting pushed down to the ice. Waters in there. Where's a hit? Into the boards. Still fighting for it with a couple of players. Now Michigan Tech will come up with it. Pancakes it up into the zone. The Falcons will be the first guys back. Now behind Cole Moore. So Christian Stover in his first game back had 43 saves, 2 goals allowed, .956 save percentage, and now exits the game. He will not play the full today. In the first game played, no arm is in the air after a huge hit on Maxwell Martin. Now the whistle blows, and somebody will be pushed into the box as a fight is now breaking out between a Falcon and a Husky. Who's going to get sent to the box? I think it's going to be Chase Pietola, possibly, on a hit, cross-checking, boarding, something relating to the boards. But he'll be serving 2. It's Chase Pietola, a power play opportunity for the Falcons. Their 4th of the game. They've converted on 2 of their 3 thus far. Norris, Martin, O'Hara, Waters, and McKinley on the ice now for the Falcons. That's a crew and a half offensively now. O'Hara will skate leader in assists. Waters a leader in goals. Martin tied for second in assists. McKinley's got his first goal of the season this year. Dalton Norris has a goal in this game. Shot high, couldn't be knocked down by Brody Waters, and the faceoff will be to the right of Derek Malahy. Two to 2, Falcons and Huskies. 2 goals in a row for the Falcons in the second. 2 goals in a row for the Huskies in the third. Actually, almost within 20 seconds of each other. 2 wrist shots. Puck is iced back. Cole Moore will have to play it with his stick off the glass. Norris pass up into the neutral zone to O'Hara. O'Hara takes it through. Dumps it in the zone. It'll be iced back by Campbell into the neutral zone. It's cut off. The Falcons with minute 30 will take it up through neutral zone. Rings it around. O'Hara wears a hit. Norris peels it off of the half wall. Back up. Michigan Tech with possession. It's Jack Works who now dumps it and goes for a change. He was just wasting time when getting his guys back on the ice. Tom Lepa giving forecheck. Not a harsh one, though. Kind of falls back into the box formation for the Huskies. Hertig wears a hit all the way back around to the point. Ben Duran peels it off the boards again. Back in. In deep is Imonen to Duran on the near side boards. He's pressured by 2. Foe playing the point man. Into Wozni. Wozni back to Duran. Duran now at the far side wheel. Working in. Pass into Scardina. Scardina between the legs, and the shot won't land and is iced out. by Lori Ryman. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Falcons. And then Chase Pietola, the best defender for Michigan Tech, will come out of the box. Near side, fought for by Max Martin. No, not a lot of momentum for the Falcons now, even though they're on the power play. Ryan O'Hara working his way in, over into the slot. Slap shot from Brody Waters, and it won't fall. Over in between on the rebound chance. Now in, Waters again, working in, pass across to Norris. Norris with a wrist shot, over in between. Waters there in front, can't put it away again. Out to the top, Wozni across, slap shot from Dalton Norris, and even strength now as both players. Over into the middle, a shot, and it won't fall. Malahi cuts it off with some bumping up in front. The Falcons are 2 for 4 on the power play with 2 penalty kills in a row for the Michigan Tech Huskies. 9:21 left to play in the third period. Christian Stover back in the locker room. Cole Moore skates over to the bench, who's in the game now for the Falcons. We'll take a step back for the media timeout. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Start your day with WBGU FM and Early Bird Oldies. Tune in to Northwest Ohio's community radio station weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. for classic hit music from decades past. Enjoy all the golden oldies you remember and stick around for local community news and entertainment with The Morning Show. Early Bird Oldies, broadcast weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. Wake up and get going with the music you know and love on Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Early Bird Oldies broadcasts weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. and plays all the tunes you remember. Find WBGU on the bottom of the dial on 88.1 FM or streaming worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com. Early Bird Oldies will put a smile on your face and make you tap your feet. And it's only on WBGU Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Hey everyone, Falcon Media Sports Director Lucas Kleinmeyer here. You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
2-2. The Falcons come into the third period with a 2-goal lead. It looked pretty good for them until a wrist shot by what was given to Rylan Brown. I still believe that it was Steven Sardarian, and the statistician got the wrong player, but the goal is given to Rylan Brown, an even strength goal assisted by Sardarian and Koskapirti. And then just 20 seconds later, Isaac Gordon gets the first goal of his season, assisted by Elias Janssen. So the first line and the third line get goals for Michigan Tech. Of forwards, that is. Michigan Tech with the puck now after killing the power play for the Falcons, the fourth of the game. Brett Foe working out of near side boards. Nordstrom gets it away. Off the man, outside of the zone. The Falcons will all have to get on sides on the warning, and Michigan Tech can settle it down without forecheck. Now Scardina will have to give pressure. Pass up into the neutral zone. At the center line, it'll be no icing. Pass over into the slot, taken away by Brett Foe. There's a chance there for Michigan Tech. Pass across between the legs. Ryan O'Hara across to Brett Foe. Brett Foe looking for a pass. Back out to the point man of passing him back in. Across to O'Hara. O'Hara gives it to Duran. Duran takes it away. O'Hara turning it back around. He's pressured up from behind by Logan Morrell. Morrell still fighting for it in front of the student section, or it would be the student section in the Slater Family Ice Arena. We are on Thanksgiving break. Brody Waters with forecheck. Taking it in, pass off. Janssen has an assist in this game, working his way in over into the slot, taken away defensively by the Falcons. Max Martin tries to pick the pocket of Matthew Campbell, but he gets it away just in time. Doesn't hold on to the puck, though. Tip off the stick of Herdig. Herdig has to take it back into the neutral zone, and Michigan Tech will take a second and breathe. Now turnover for Maxwell Martin, a slap shot over on the doorstep, and the Huskies take it away. Good forecheck from Martin. He should have waited a little bit longer to take a shot there, but he took a slapper into the chest of Malahi. Sardarian with the puck now through the neutral zone. Back across, pushed down as he is getting this puck off the high wall. Kabanoff across to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer with good forecheck now. Has the puck. Taking it in. Working in. And Malahi rejects it. Back crossing pass. Vaharautio. A jump hit from Ethan Scardina. And he'll take a penalty. Immediately off goes Malahi. Another penalty for the Falcons. They'll go on the penalty kill. Ducking down. They'll get a stick on this one. Oh, they didn't shut the play down. Kaskapirti takes it outside of the zone. Still a penalty. Isaac Gordon with a chance. Pedersen back up to Brown. Rylan Brown centers it back at the point. Hands still in the air. 6 attackers for Michigan Tech with a 2-2 game. Into the slot. Scardina gets a stick on it. Shot is held possession by Passanen. And among shouts from the Bowling Green crowd, Scardina is going to get a penalty. I thought it was a clean hit. He left his feet to go for the hit, but it was not dirty. Face didn't hit. Hip didn't hit. Knee didn't hit. Boarding can't be the call. I am just at a loss as to what this penalty could possibly be on Ethan Scardina in the near side corner. A turning point in the game for both teams and a 2-2 game, and you're giving a man advantage to Michigan Tech. Norris wants an explanation. And it looks like they're going to review this one. Oh, they're reviewing it for a major on Scardina. I have no clue what the call could be. It looked like a clean hit to me from this angle. He led with the shoulder and the hands as normal. He did leave his feet for the hit, but the face of the Husky did not hit the boards. He didn't lead with the hip. He didn't make knee-to-knee contact. He didn't lead with the stick as a object of force, so it couldn't be a cross-checking penalty. Roughing, maybe. They thought the hit was a little bit too much. But I am just flabbergasted by this call. Roughing is the only thing that I could see this penalty being. They are not showing it. And the small student section in the Slater Family Ice Arena is agreeing with me on this. They're still looking at it to see if it's a major. If you're a Falcon fan, you're just hoping that it's not a major because this game will turn 180 real fast. 2 goals for the Falcons, Dalton Norris and Max Martin in the second period, both on power plays. 2 even strength goals within 20 seconds of each other in the third period now for Rylan Brown and Isaac Gordon, both even strength goals. We're at a 2-2 game, crucial juncture. I don't think they're going to take the penalty away from Scardina. I think they can only review it for a major. Norris out talking to the referee representing the team as the assistant captain. He'll skate back and tell Coach Curtis Carr, assistant coach Curtis Carr, what the penalty is, and he shakes his head, not happy. I'm not happy with it either. They're still looking at it to see if it is a major penalty. To be completely honest, I don't think it's a penalty at all. But I would have to see the replay again to tell for certain. I didn't see anything. The referees are out now. Sean Fernandez with the call right here. And Scardina is given a 10-minute major for contact to the head. He will be tossed from this game. The second line is now without a centerman. I assume Ville Imonen is going to step into that spot with Niedermeyer and Foe. A horrific turn of events for the Falcons as they will have a 5-minute major penalty being assessed to them. And that will take us down to the minute 43 mark in the third period. In a tie game, I just don't agree with that call at all. I didn't see any head contact either with the glass or with Scardina. I guess there was if they can put a major on it, but it just looked like a hit to me. Falcons getting forwards on the ice, Niedermeyer and Grant. With Norris and Passanen, this will be a penalty kill and a half. If the Falcons can get it done, Krieger will skate to the box. electing that fourth line for the Falcons, Lurkerberg, Krieger, and Santawana will not play on this penalty kill. It'll just have to be the first three lines of Falcons. Michigan Tech working in beyond the wheel. Back out, Chase Pietola. Pietola back out. Rylan Brown into Gordon. Gordon is snuffed out by Grant. Grant back, recovers, into the slot, pass wide. Colmore kicks this one away. It's back out to the neutral zone. The Falcons will go for a change. 4.5 minutes left on the man advantage for Michigan Tech. Matthew Campbell over in, covered up by Colmore, giving his guy a rest. And that's a smart move by Colmore. Stop the puck every time you have available. And penalty kills take a lot out of you. You're playing a 4-on-5. Crucial juncture in the game for the Falcons. Had a 2-0 lead. And now the lockdown goaltender for the Falcons, Christian Stover, is also out as of that second goal being scored. He is injured, has not come back in the game for Bowling Green. He had 43 saves in his time with his 2 goals allowed. That's a .956 save percentage. A fantastic game for Stover until he came out. Michigan Tech in the O-zone now. Back across, passing in with a stick in the lane, tips it up into the netting. It'll go for a draw for the Falcons, who have one more than they've lost today. They've lost only 28, won 31. And the production line for Michigan Tech will come back out. Sardarian, Morrell, Campbell, Gordon, and Chase Pietola, 2 defensemen, but Gordon playing out. Campbell will play that slap shot spot, the Ovechkin spot, if you will. Norris hits the ice, blows a tire. The Falcons still playing good defense. Back out to the point, open space, pass near side to Isaac Gordon. Gordon works his way in, being defended, shot in, and is saved by Cole Moore. His 4th save of the game. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the 5-minute major, assessed to Ethan Scardina, who again is the best penalty killing forward for the Falcons and is not on the ice. The best penalty killing defenseman for the Falcons is Gustav Stjernberg, who is scratched from today's game for non-performance and non-long-term injury-based reasons. So the 2 best penalty killers for the Falcons off. They have to kill back 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Imonen pokes this one away. Sardarian with the puck now, clears into Campbell. Campbell being pressed up by Passanen. Passanen knocks it back around, but Gordon has to dig it out. Gordon takes it in toward the goal line. Niedermeyer puts a bump on him, gets the puck away on a good forecheck. Back into the box formation are the Falcons. Imonen at the top, defending Pietola. Pietola pass to the far side, pass across to Gordon. Gordon with a shot. It's saved by Cole Moore. Imonen defending Sardarian. Back up to Pietola at the point. He trades places with Sardarian. Leading in. Sardarian with the shot. Tipped over. Oh, just a couple of inches wide of the iron of Cole Moore's net. 2:50 left in the penalty kill. Imonen will dump and go for a change. We are nearing in on just what could be a 2-minute minor for the Falcons if they kill it off. This will be a fantastic penalty kill if they can pull it off. Willie's team showing grit. Lurkerberg in the game now. The centerman Santawana also in with Krieger, the other line mate, in. Lurkerberg dumps this one out. The Falcons, 2:20 left in the penalty kill. 2-2, 4 left in the third period. It'll just be a minute and change when they get out of this power play for Michigan Tech. Works, dumps it in. Koskapirti is pressured up. Again, iced by the Falcons. Malahi will play this one and pass it up with a lot of distance in front. Pass over into the slot. Won't land. Niedermeyer with possession. Will try and get it over toward the middle. Will get it to O'Hara at the near side boards. Pedersen leaves it in. Pass across to Koskapirti. Tipped away by the Falcons. Off of the glass. Can't be kept in by Rylan Brown. It exits the zone. Ryan O'Hara giving a forecheck. Whistle blows. Offsides is the call. Willie is not happy. He thinks it should have been sent in the zone of Michigan Tech, but the faceoff will be in the neutral zone with $1:40 left to play in the penalty kill for the Falcons. Willie's still livid about that play. He was livid at a couple of calls yesterday. He's livid about this one now. Referees Sean Fernandez, Derek Berkebile, Nick Huff, and Patrick Giles, the linesman. Pietola takes it back into his own zone. Michigan Tech still got time, 1:30. Colmore chips this one, tries to stop it down. Goes off of the stick, iced again by the Falcons. Pietola can't keep it in as he went up with the hand. That was a dangerous play. That puck was humming. You can break a finger doing stuff like that. Sardarian leaves it in. A lot of open space as Santawana comes off the bench to play. Back into the box formation. The Falcons defensively set up. Back across into the slot. Dumped out by the Falcons. Brown keeps it in. Now it's in. Sardarian turns it back around, switches spots. Shot in, blocked by Santawana off of his hand, and iced again by the Falcons. 55 seconds left in the penalty kill on the 5-minute major assessed to Ethan Scardina. Grant giving a forecheck in the neutral zone. Turnover, no it's not. Chase Pietola came up with that puck. Matthew Campbell, Grant giving another forecheck deep into the zone of Michigan Tech. All of the Falcon players are outside of the center line. Now they're back in. Grant will go for a change. Duran on with O'Hara. 26 seconds left in the power play for the Falcons. Or for the Huskies, I should say. The penalty kill for the Falcons. Huskies trying to get it back around. Duran with the puck now, leaving it up. Trying to find O'Hara, but he can't get him. Krieger standing up now. He's going to be back on the ice in 10 seconds. A hit in the center from Duran. A hit against Works from Wozni. O'Hara back over. Jack Works with a pass out beyond the arc. Now working in Michigan Tech with a couple of shots, and it's covered up by Cole Moore, and a successful penalty kill for Bowling Green. 2-2, 1:40 left in the third period, and an applause erupting from the Slater Family Ice Arena as a 5-minute major was killed off by the Falcons. 0 for 4 on power plays with 11 total minutes of penalty kill for Bowling Green in this game. Brody Waters with the puck at even strength now, takes it up, neutral zone, up the middle, pass across, far side, and Lepa takes it away. Into the neutral zone, the Falcons come up with it now, passing in. Pass up off the boards, 1:23 left. Brett Foe into the zone, pass across is intercepted by Tech. Foe is pushed down to the ice, Ryman taking it all the way in, off the block. Foe with the puck now. It feels like the Falcons have a little bit of momentum. Foe wears a hit, skates right off to the bench. 60 seconds left in the third period between Bowling Green and Michigan Tech. The Falcons need the 3 points bad. Up the ice, it will go off the stick, tip all the way up, and it'll be covered up by Malahi with 51 seconds left to play in the third period. 2-2, Falcons and Huskies. Gosh, what a penalty kill for Bowling Green. A 5-minute major and a disqualification to Scardina, who will not play the rest of this game. He'll have to watch on film from the locker room. Ben Duran for the draw against Koskapirti. Max Koskapirti wins it to Vaharautio. O'Hara gives forecheck. Sardarian through the neutral zone now, looking for a pass, has to leave it back. It's good to Pedersen. Pedersen being defended by Niedermeyer. Pedersen looking back around, crossover at the point. Crossover into the middle. Off the back wall. Clears back around. Another shot deflected away from Cole Moore. 27 seconds left. Another shot falls on the doorstep, taken away by the Falcons. It's Passanen. Passanen still in the D zone. Duran takes it back around his own goalie. Pedersen lets it go. Passanen with the puck. 15 seconds left in the third period for Bowling Green and Michigan Tech. 2-2 game. Less than 10 seconds, we head to overtime. Michigan Tech possesses it. They're in their zone. They are looking like they're just wanting to take a point. Frankly, I don't blame them. 1.5 minutes left in the third period, or 1.5 seconds left in the third period, and it looks like we're going to head to a 3-on-3 overtime. The Falcons and the Huskies. Imonen for the draw with Grant, Martin, Parker, and McKinley. The puck gets held up, the horn sounds, and while the Falcons will not take 3, they have an opportunity to take 2 points in the CCHA. We'll take a step back just for a quick moment for a media timeout. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
If you're already awake between 4 and 6 a.m., you may as well have a good time. Check out Early Bird Oldies, playing all the hit music of a different generation on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU. Don't forget to listen to the morning show immediately following Early Bird Oldies every weekday right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
You can be an essential part of the morning show's continued success on WBGU FM. The Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce offers businesses and organizations an opportunity to be an underwriter. Under the umbrella of the Chamber, you'll receive your mentions each month during either news and sports programming or feature segments. It's an affordable opportunity to be part of something unique in Wood County.
Absolutely electric game between the Falcons and the Huskies. The first 2 goals scored in the second period, both by the Falcons on power plays. Dalton Norris and Maxwell Martin. Norris's second goal of the season, Max Martin's third in the campaign for both of those 2 players. The third period, within 20 seconds of each other, Rylan Brown and Isaac Gordon. I'm sorry, they did change it back, as they should have, to Steven Sardarian. So Steven Sardarian is the first goal scorer in this game, followed 20 seconds later by Isaac Gordon. Skardarian was assisted by Brown and Koskapirti. And then Isaac Gordon was assisted by Janssen. We're in a 3-player, 5-minute overtime. Koskapirti, Skardarian, and Pietola on the ice. Pietola, the lone defenseman for the Falcons. Ben Duran, Ryan O'Hara, and Ben Wozni. 2 Bens and a Ryan on the ice now. Duran is not taking the face-off. He'll leave that duty to O'Hara, the captain, co-captain with Ethan Scardina, who is no longer on the ice. Wozni looking on as the defensive for the Falcons. Cole Moore in the net now for Bowling Green after a fantastic performance from Christian Stover, who played about 2.5 periods. He had 43 saves and 2 goals allowed. Cole Moore has added 9 to that total on the game. O'Hara has to turn it back around. He's getting pressured, pushed up by Koskapirti. Turned back around is Duran. Duran into the zone, and he's pushed away by Skardarian. Why is there not a penalty on that play? Ben Duran was just shoved to the ice without the puck. Sardarian across, and a shot goes wide left, back out and outside the blue line. Michigan Tech will have to set it back up. 2-2. 3-man, 5-minute overtime. We've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. Pass up, a little bit long for Isaac Gordon. It'll be dug out by Parker and then pressed right up against the boards by Jack Works. Parker will come up with this now. His stick was being mildly held. He leaves this one back for Grant. Grant gets the puck now to the right of Cole Moore, takes it out. The 2-on-2 up the ice. Pass a little bit long for Foe. He had a man open. Both players on the ice now. Foe gets up first, but the puck is to Jack Works. Jack Works takes it up on the 2-on-2 now. First one into the blue zone, leaves it back. Isaac Gordon with a shot is blocked by Bowling Green. Matthew Campbell looks for a pass. It is stick saved by Niedermeyer, who dumps it back into the zone. He wears a hit. Puck is still there and available. Campbell and Niedermeyer are still working for it. Clears out, almost kept in. Pushed away by Niedermeyer just to make sure that the orange and brown have control of it. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the overtime period. Niedermeyer with a little bit of open space. Pass over into the middle. Ville Imonen working it back around. Oh, it was a crossing pass and nobody was there. McKinley back into the D zone of the Falcons through the neutral zone. Clean pass across to O'Hara. Back on the ice now for the Falcons. O'Hara skates it back around into the D zone again. Koskapirti, Sardarian, and Campbell, the defenders now for Michigan Tech. Pass back across their own blue line. O'Hara up. McKinley taking it all the way in. The shot is hesitated and kicked away by Malahi. Now Michigan Tech will have a chance for themselves. Matthew Campbell, the defenseman, up into the middle. Max Koskapirti leaves it back. Sardarian with a shot. Kick save. Another chance for Koskapirti, and it's picked away. Now a 2-on-1 for the Falcons. Ben Wozni, pass across, fans on it, works it over to the middle, now has to find another man to pass it away to, and it'll exit outside of the zone. The Falcons have to get back on sides. He has Ben Duran open on the near side and couldn't get it to him. Jaden Grant on the ice now for the Falcons. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in this overtime. Brett Foe takes it up. He's mugged by Sardarian. Sardarian back to Foe. Whistle blows, and I think offsides is going to be the call. That was a good call by Patrick Giles, the linesman. Whew. Minute 58 left in the overtime period, 2-2. Emonen, Niedermeyer, and Parker on the ice now for the Falcons. Jack Works, Isaac Gordon, and Chase Pietla for the Huskies. Falcons win the draw. Eric Parker takes it up, turning around Isaac Gordon, now back skating. Niedermeyer up, through, into the zone. He's got an overtime winner this season. This one's a shot that goes off the stick of Pietla and into the netting. Crucial time to be winning draws if you're Bowling Green. You're leading 34-33 on the day, essentially even. You need to win this one in the O-zone if you're the Falcons and set something up. O'Hara, Duran on now. 2 offensive players for the Falcons with Eric Parker, the defenseman. False start, they blow that one off. And don't know what the call, possibly a timeout taken by Bowling Green. So Willie wants to talk this one over. We'll take it real quick with him. We're in a 5-minute overtime, 3-on-3, 1:41 left in the overtime before we head to a shootout here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Falcons and Huskies on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You could listen to WBGU 88.1 FM, or you could be part of the action. Volunteer with WBGU FM in a variety of roles, including on-air, promotions, social media, music selection, and more. For more information, visit the WBGU Facebook page. Volunteer with Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM, the return to radio freedom. WBGU FM is Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Tune in daily for local programming that includes The Morning Show, oldies, indie rock, children's music, folk jazz, world music, and so much more. WBGU is the return to radio freedom. Give us a listen on 88.1 FM or online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Ryan O'Hara takes the puck back into his own D zone. He's being pressured by Chase Pietla, the defenseman, with Works and Gordon. The Falcons now talked over with Willie what they wanted to do after the timeout call by Bowling Green. Ben Duran takes this one all the way in. The shot is just high, goes up into the netting. It'll be a face-off in the O-zone of the Falcons again. BG gained possession of that draw after they won it, 35-33 now in face-offs. Crucial face-off winning territory for the Falcons. It's going to go to Ryan O'Hara with Brett Foe and Dalton Norris. 3 offenders within means of the word, offensively minded players. O'Hara with Norris to his right on the left side wheel. Face-off won by O'Hara. Foe dumps it back in. Norris with the puck now will take it outside of the blue line. 1:10 left in the overtime. Both teams guaranteed a point. It's just which one's going to take 2. They'll take an overtime and a shootout to do it. O'Hara leaves it back to Foe. Foe takes it in, puts on the brakes, out off the half wall and behind. O'Hara with the puck now, turns it back around, doesn't want to go back to the point to Norris, and he turns over the puck because of it. Sardarian across to Koskapirti. 2 of the better offensive players for Michigan Tech. Koskapirti takes it through the neutral zone. Now setting it up at the point. Sardarian with a screen, kicked away from Cole Moore. What a save. Breck McKinley with the puck now behind, and the Falcons are hoping to get the last possession in this. 25 seconds left in the 3-on-3 overtime. Imonen weaves in and out, takes it down the right side, working his way in. Slap is kicked away by Malahi off the glass. Jack Works with 10 seconds left will take this and some speed into the zone. All the way in, Jack Works coast to coast. The shot is barely saved by Cole Moore, who caught it under his skate with 0.6 seconds left in this overtime, and that's not enough to get a shot or a goal off. So I think we're going to head to a shootout, and now Willie, Coach Pascaris, and Coach Carr are going to have to think about who they're going to send out for the shootout. And Michigan Tech's going to pull the goalie. Malahi back off. They're going to play with four forwards. Gordon, Lepa, Pietala, and Pedersen, all of them slap shots. Face off one, and a shot will not land. It'll go wide right. Cole Moore and Derek Malahi will be put on islands for this shootout between the Falcons and the Huskies. We'll see who's going to get the first one. I assume it's going to be the Huskies, but they're going to shovel the ice real quick. I'll read some stats while we're waiting. Dalton Norris and Maxwell Martin have goals in this game. The assists for the Falcons to Dalton Norris, 2 to Ryan O'Hara, 1 to Brody Waters. For the Michigan Tech Huskies, Isaac Gordon and Steven Skardarian, the 2 goals, with Rylan Brown, Elias Jansen, and Max Koskapirti, the assisters. All of them having 1 point apiece. The shots in total, 82 for Michigan Tech to 57 for Bowling Green. Shots on goal, 57 for Michigan Tech, 33 for BG. Both goals for the Falcons in the second, both goals for Tech in the third, none in the overtime. Just to harken back to the St. Thomas series, the second game, or the first game I should say, went to a shootout in which the Falcons won on the 5th round, and a final second shot from Jack Blake that beat Jake Seibel of St. Thomas and ended up putting the game away for the Falcons and taking 2 points in the CCHA. We're into another shootout, the second of the 2024-25 CCHA and regular season for Bowling Green. Rylan Brown, the freshman defenseman, Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada, will take the first one. Works it around the far side. Cole Moore in net for the Falcons. Taking it in, past the wheel, making a move, and he's rejected by Cole Moore. Cole Moore was 4 for 5 in the shootout against St. Thomas, and Brody Waters will head out for the Falcons and his attempt. Waters takes it with some steam. Out on the right side, near side, striking left to right, taking a quick shot! Yes, sir, Brody Waters! Quick draw shot from the sophomore goal leader for Bowling Green. They lead in shootouts 1-0. First of 3 rounds. Smiles from Brody Waters. The job's not done. It goes to Sardarian, Steven Sardarian Jr., St. Petersburg, Russia. Takes it very slow, working in, feeling out Cole Moore. Into the slot, shot is saved! Cole Moore ejects another one and stares down Sardarian as he slides back to the bench. Brett Foe for the shootout. 3 rounds. If he puts it away here, there's no way the Huskies can come back. Brett Foe with some steam, takes it out the far side of the ice. At the left wheel, working in, shot, score! Brett Foe puts the game away! Shootout winner for Bowling Green! Green! 2 for 2 on shootouts are the Falcons. Brody Waters and Brett Foe. Falcons take 2 points in the CCHA. Electric game, electric finish. Falcons and Huskies. Final score 2-2 overtime shootout win for Bowling Green in 2 rounds, both filled. We'll talk it over in a few moments. You're listening to a Falcon win on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Soon after humans began to walk upright, they invented folk music, and folk music was the only music, and it was good. Then came civilization, and rival musical genres arose: Gregorian chant, classical music, jazz, rock and roll. And there was cacophony, but folk music survived, and when the economy and technology collapse and civilization devolves into barbarism, these upstart genres will fall away, and folk music will rise again to its natural dominance. You can prepare yourself now for that inevitable future by tuning in to the Folk Music Show Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on WBGU 88.1.
What electricity here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green scores the first 2 goals of the game in the second period. Michigan Tech responds with 2 of their own within 20 seconds of each other in the third period. It heads to overtime, tied 2-2. We have no score in the 3-on-3 5-minute overtime. And then when it gets to the shootout, the Falcons step up. Cole Moore rejects the 2 attempts from Michigan Tech, and Brody Waters and Brett Foe with the 2 beaters for the Falcons against Derek Malahy, the senior goaltender for Michigan Tech. And Bowling Green comes away with 2 points and a shootout win in the CCHA. Not a whole lot of fans have left the Slater Family Ice Arena, but enough have watched what a fantastic game all around for both teams, but especially for the Falcons, who come away with 2 much-needed points. They're up to 10 points in the CCHA on 6 total games played, and the points percentage of, I don't know, I'm not going to do the math right now, but it's a little bit early to worry about standings. If they took 3, they would advance to 5th, so I believe they're going to be somewhere around that area with their points here today. Again, the scoring summary for both sides: Dalton Norris, power play goal, 4:16 into the second period. Max Martin with a power play goal, 17:37 into the second period. The third period, Steven Sardarian, 6:52 into that third period, even strength goal, assisted by Rylan Brown and Max Koskapirti. And then only 20 seconds later, Isaac Gordon filled an even strength goal off of Elias Janssen, 7:14 into that third period. Ahead to overtime with nothing, and then the 2 attempts from Michigan Tech did not end up falling. The 2 for Bowling Green did. They put it away in only 2 rounds. No need for the third. Brody Waters and Brett Foe, the heroes of today's game for the Falcons. On the team stats for both sides, the Falcons and Huskies tied in goals with 2. The shots on goal battle and the shots battle was won by Michigan Tech, mainly due to that 5-minute major by Ethan Scardina that was killed off by the Falcons. A lot of those shots coming during that time. 84 total shots on the day, 59 shots on goal for the Huskies, 59 shots and 35 shots on goal for the Falcons. But this was the difference in the game, I think. The 0 for 4 on power plays for Michigan Tech, the 2 for 4 on power plays for Bowling Green. Those first 2 goals came off power plays for the Falcons, the only 2 goals they scored in this game outside of the shootout fillers for Waters and Foe. They did a fantastic job on the special teams today, not allowing a power play goal on 11 total minutes of shorthandedness. Fantastic for the Falcons. They did have 1 more penalty, that 5-minute major by Scardina, the tilter. He had 5. The Falcons had 5 penalties. The Huskies had 4. Face-off 1 wins. The Falcons won 36-34. Block shots, the Falcons won 12-10, and penalty minutes again. The Falcons had 21 in the 10-minute major by Scardina that was served out as a 5-minute major on the ice, and then only 8 to Michigan Tech, although there was only one more penalty for the Falcons. There was a 13-minute differential in total penalties for both teams. Again, the Falcons beat the Michigan Tech Huskies in their second shootout victory of the season. They beat St. Thomas in the first game 2 weeks ago. They beat Michigan Tech in the second game this week. They leave 4 points on the table, but take 2. Any points are good in the CCHA. As far as our Falcon Media Sports Network Pick the Sticks go, we have a 3-way tie. Lucas Kleinmeyer chose Christian Stover, who exited the game in the third period with an apparent injury. He had 43 saves. He played absolutely immaculately, but those 2 goals allowed, especially that second one on which he got injured, took his points down. He started with 3. Those 2 goals subtracted 2 points. He ended up at 1. Tyler Kavelitz chose Maxwell Martin, who had a goal in this game. That's a full point for him. And then Holden Ruck chose Ryan O'Hara, who had 2 assists in this game. He's up to 9 on the season, one of the leaders in the CCHA, if not the leader, after this full day of games being played around the CCHA. That's a 3-way tie for 1 point. And really, I don't want to choose who's going to win, because I'm going to get yelled at by the guys that didn't win, although they all tied. So I'm just not going to choose. Nobody gets a win today, but Holden Ruck just told me coward from the board up. I am a coward. I don't want to choose. I don't want to deal with the fallout. So that is your final Pick the Stick rankings for today. Nobody wins, but some great selections all around. So bgfalconmedia.com, BG_FMSN on Twitter. That's where you can find all of our BGSU sports news and updates, along with the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel, where we post all of our video content. Special thank you to Lucas Kleinmeyer and Tyler Kavelitz, as well as Rick Crow for sponsoring our travel this season. Bowling Green Hockey will have a broadcast on the WBGU 88.1 FM YouTube channel for every away game this season. This coming week will be in Minnesota State, Mankato, Minnesota, all the way up there in the land of 10,000 lakes. I will be up there for both calls. I believe the first one's actually on Falcon Radio. The second one will be on WBGU. So tune in this coming Friday and Saturday for those games. Minnesota State's a great team. It'll be a good experience for Bowling Green in an attempt to take more points in the CCHA. Keep tabs on all of the other broadcasts coming up for Bowling Green State University Athletics. And with that, I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. You are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU hockey.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.